All right. Hey guys. Ruben should be joining us. I think RJ is joining us. Let me get the man in here.
Yo.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
Not much. Got Dynamite on. Hasn't been good so far at all. It's been pretty abysmal, actually. But
you don't say.
Yeah, this has been not good so far.
I don't even have it on. I'm honestly at the point where I kind of just want to just peace out on that show. It's just.
I mean, I don't know about all that, but yeah, it hasn't been good so far.
I mean, I don't know, just me personally. I just have no interest in watching that show, and I'll watch clips if anything is interesting, but it's just like, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but just everything I like about the show ends up being crap. Everybody I like on the show ends up being buried, and they push the wrong people. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, just I'm good with just never probably watching the show ever again. That's just me. It's not an easy show to watch for me, but what's going on, guys? Kyle, Anna, Eddie, Lightning, Maurice. We got a nice little show going on so far.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got full house almost,
Full house. Like I mentioned, Ruben should be joining us. He said he would. I'm just texting him to see what's going on. What's going on, Lightning? Where are you at, Rube? We need Yari emojis. I agree. We need more of those. Sorry for clearing my throat, guys. But yeah, we got some nice topics going on. The big story of the week. We already know about that. We'll open with that. Vince getting sued again, and then I guess news on the Chris Jericho and CM Punk meeting, and something I have saved for later.
And of course, CM Punk going to Raw. I mean, that's pretty big too.
Well, yeah, that's what that was the thing I was going to say that we were going to open with.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Ruben says he is on his way. So, and then I got something planned to kind of, I guess, be the main event, the meat and potatoes, where it coincides with this Friday's draft, the WWE draft. So, oh, and fuck, what was that other thing? Oh yeah, I think Vince got sued because he racist storylines apparently, which I mean we've known this. So.
I got the whole document here. I got the 31 page. Was it 31 page? Yeah, I got the 31 page document court filing here. So,
and we got Ruben here. Rube.
Yo, what's happening?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing?
Good.
So, are you shocked at all that WWE is racist?
Water's wet, I guess.
You know what else is wet? It's Wednesday, guys. Welcome to the show. And there's an echo for some reason. I don't fucking know why, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. I am Drew, and we got a nice little threesome like last week. With me as always,
Justin from Spinebuster Tees and SpinebusterTees.com.
Yeah. And joining us, coming back from last week's spectacular, is Mr. Ruben Montgomery Prime.
Montgomery Prime, eh? What's going on, guys? Ruben Prime here. We're here to talk about some wrestling.
We're talking about some wrestling, all right. Some wrestling, some good wrestling, some bad wrestling. and racism in the WWE. Like Ruben said, water is wet. But how are you boys doing? How are you guys doing tonight?
Great, man. I can't complain, man. Very good.
Yeah, doing pretty good today.
Yeah, it's been a pretty chill day. I'm glad I'm home. Glad I can get this show going. We got a nice little packed show. We got the usual suspects here. Hopefully it fills up. But let's start off with the obvious. CM Punk was at WWE Raw, which happens to be in Chicago, where Mr. Philip Jack Brooks is from. His middle name is actually Jack. I didn't just make that up. The story is that he met with some talent in Florida and flew all the way to Monday Night Raw, which was in Chicago this past Monday, which is, again, where Mr. Brooks is from, and actually backstage at Raw. The three first names. Yeah, exactly. And then he met up with some talent. He apparently met up with The Miz and, I guess squashed some beef between the two. We all know the, suck a blood money Saudi dick, or what did he say in the tweet? You can suck a blood money dick or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and him and Miz cleared the air, so. Apparently talked to Triple H, for a little bit to kind of clear the air, and he was told to leave by head of security, which, Vince apparently told them to tell him to leave, and mainly due to the fact that he's still under contract with AEW, and Vince doesn't really need he doesn't need another lawsuit with the other lawsuits that he has. So
he has way too many to count right now.
Way too many. He doesn't need any from Tony, which I don't know. But anyways, so there's that, and it wasn't just like a thing of like, Dave Meltzer was the only one reporting it. This was actually from legit like news sites. Like, comicbook.com, NBC, ESPN, shit like that. Legit, sources, reliable sources. And, there was a video of him outside the arena talking to Tamina. So, Mr. CM Punk, Mr. Philip Jack Brooks, is looking to make amends with WWE. What does this mean? I don't know. Do you guys know? Who knows? Somebody tell us what they know.
To me, this is it's looked at more than what it actually is. This is a publicity stunt. Okay, obviously CM Punk is going to be on his way back to AEW soon, and the new show is going to be coming soon, Collision. This is to get his name in a positive light, I guess, back in the mouths of casual wrestling fans. And I remember CM Punk was at Raw a few weeks ago. Oh, he's back in AEW. Oh, there's a new show called Collision. That's the main reason why he was there. In my personal opinion, I think it was just a publicity stuff. But also, he did. I think he actually legitimately wanted to clear some air with with the Miz, and I'm assuming, I wasn't there, but this is just my assumption, is that he wanted to speak to Triple H. He actually spoke to Triple H, shook his hand, but probably didn't get the conversation that he wanted to, because Triple H said, let me check with the big guy. Then from there, he was asked to leave by security. But I'm not too sure if he really had that conversation, that full conversation that he wanted with Triple H. Okay? Right. Also, as well, he didn't speak not just to Tamina, The Miz, and Triple H. He also spoke with Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin. For some reason, Baron Corbin, I don't know why, but that's per Fightful Select. So, so basically, eyewitnesses gave Sean Ross Sapp and team that information. But at the end of the day, though, I mean, if he really wants to make amends, like, legitimately, and he was sincere about it, good for him, right? I always say time heals all wounds. That happens in professional wrestling. Look at, what happened with, the Ultimate Warrior and Bret Hart and, other names that left WWE in some not so good way and in order to come back. So, to me, this is not him going to WWE. He's leaving AEW, none of that crap. Dave Meltzer, he actually, irresponsibly, he irresponsibly said that it could be that he's looking to get back in. That's very irresponsible from Meltzer there, right?
I kind of think so, but go ahead.
It's very, very, very irresponsible for that right there. But, and also as well, let's think about it too this way. He was, and this is from Wade Keller from PW Torch. He said that they heard that the CM Punk Tony Khan meeting took place with Jericho and FTR, supposedly on Friday, right? That could be a reason why he was in Florida flying out with some of the WWE talent. He was on the plane with some WWE talent, chopping up with them, and he's like, hey, you know what? And he ended up finding out that WWE was in Chicago for Raw, and he lives in Chicago, so he's naturally just going home. And he's like, "Oh, you know what? Hey, maybe I'll stop by." And that's what happened. So this wasn't to me. To me, I think it became a spur of the moment publicity stunt where he's like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I could go over there and have the fans think I may be going to going back to WWE or whatever the case may be." So yeah, I mean. At the end of the day, when we look at this 3, 4, 5 months from now, this may not be like one of the biggest news stories of the year. This is just an interesting news story. It is shocking. Like, I will say that it is shocking though, but yeah, he had to leave, because he's still contracted AEW wrestler, and you don't want to have any more legal ramifications of this here. But to me, at the end of the day, CM Punk went. He wanted to clear some air. He also wanted to do a publicity stunt at the same time. Spoke to some old friends that he hasn't seen in years, right? When's the last time he talked to Tamina, face to face? It has to be at least over, 10 years, at least. I haven't, heard a big relationship with those two or anything like that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, in the next, couple weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, CM Punk's going to be announced back in AEW, most likely, for their Chicago show coming up. And, yeah, I mean, and we'll just be going from there and, talk about CM Punk and AEW and with his return there. So, but, interesting news story. And obviously this is the, well, probably with the exception of what happened today, the biggest news story of the week.
Ruben, care to add anything?
Yeah, I got a little bit to add. I mean, again, like Justin was saying, it's a publicity stunt, but I do think in the long term, this is CM Punk's way of getting back in to WWE, and also the men fences, because I think at the end of the day, you get older, as the years wind down, you start to realize that, yeah, maybe, certain things I said, I should try to apologize. Maybe I should, clear the air and mend some fences, because he destroyed fences and blew up bridges with, dynamite, no pun intended. So I think that this is his way of just being a bit, just being more mature. And hey, if people in AEW, well, certain people in AEW don't want to accept his apology, which we don't know, but just based on all the ruckus, all the commotion in AEW with the Elite and company, Punk figured, hey, if these guys aren't going to accept my apology, then I go to a company that people will accept my apology. Because we actually run they run a corporation. They actually run a business. They're about making money, not treating a wrestling company like a sandbox. And to me, like, that's one of the issues. I mean, one of the issues I have with AEW, but that's neither here nor there. But with CM Punk, yeah, he just happened to be in town. He lives in Chicago, and he figured, hey, why not stop by and say what's up to a couple of friends? And, maybe this is his way, like I mentioned, to just mend fences, just to rebuild those bridges and to extend the olive branch. And understandably, he was asked to leave because, of course, he's under contract with AEW, and he's going to be, returned. He's going to return to AEW television very soon. So, that litigation, and with Vince being, I don't know how many lawsuits, this week.
30.
It was best. Yeah.
30 this week.
Yeah, 30 this week. Probably be 32 next week. But, who's counting? We are a Drew Yari show.
So I don't think Vince can count anymore, but, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Soon, like Lightning says, we'll probably have enough people. We have enough lawsuits to have a Royal Rumble match. That 30 we have more than enough right there. Get a Royal Rumble going, but yeah, like to
every lawsuit is his own entrant.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's Rita Chatterin.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ.
Exactly. And yeah, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Like, just litigation's sake. Vince was like, nah, like, you gotta leave, blah blah blah. But I think that in the long run, Punk, he's gonna be in AEW. His contract, I think they extended his contract from my recollection. But of course, like, he's still contracted, so he's gotta write out his contract. I think after this stint, he's not gonna re-sign with AEW. Just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not in the mind of Philip Brooks. I do not. I'd be curious to see what he thinks, but I'm not in his mind, and we can only speculate. But I think that after his contract is said and done, I think he'll be back at WWE before the decade's over.
Right. I think Justin might have said this. Like, Punk seems like he strikes me as someone who's very spontaneous. Like, he'll just do something at the moment. I forget which one. I don't know if someone in the chat said it, but like, on Friday he had the meeting with Jericho and FTR and Tony in Florida, and he met up with WWE talent on a plane, and then they they just happened to be flying to Chicago, which is where Punk's from. So with Justin saying in publicity stunt, for a second I was thinking, like, I don't know what you mean by publicity. When I think of publicity stunt, I think of something like, different. But like with Punk, he's very spontaneous, but at the same time, he knows this is going to create buzz. That, people know, oh, CM Punk is backstage at a WWE show for the first time in 9 years. So, and then supposedly it went well. Everybody that was there was happy to see him. Talent alike.
Everyone said he was very respectful. So.
Right, and like just imagine being Triple H, just working in the back, and you're dealing with your evil father-in-law, just twirling his villain-like mustache, and he's like, "Yeah, get that CM Punk out of my building," yeah, just doing all that shit, and then all of a sudden you just feel a tap on your shoulder, and it's like, "Hey, Paul," like that, like, just imagine that. That's just crazy to think, but like,
the irony of life.
Right, just with Triple H, he's grown, he's an adult, Punk's an adult. You can't really harbor that shit anymore, and and I believe that's something Triple H may have had on his mind, and something that Punk may have had on his mind. So, but it's weird because like Punk was more mad at Vince than Triple H. And, that's another conversation if it ever does happen, which I think it might, personally. But I personally don't think that Punk is going to stay in AEW after his contract runs out. That's just me. I know there's the talk about the show, which we talked about it last week, and they're making a show just for Punk, just so people who like Punk can be on the show, and people that don't like Punk can be on Wednesday. Which is, again, allegedly. I want to use the word allegedly. And Punk said it best in that media scrum: I work with fucking children. Whereas, say what you want about WWE is more of a professionally run company than AEW. You don't have a bunch of people, we're going to talk about the draft later, they'll be like, I want to be on SmackDown because I don't like, Cody Rhodes. I don't like his neck tattoo. It's preposterous. Or I don't want to be on the same show as Roman because he's a jerk and he said mean things about me. Like, you don't hear that dumb shit.
Yeah, he told me to acknowledge him while walking down the hallway, and that upset me very, very much.
And then when he found out, he said, acknowledge these nuts. Like, just imagine that, just like Triple H talking to Roman. Roman, you might have pissed somebody off. And he's like, hey, acknowledge these nuts, bitch. I don't know, that'd just be funny. I don't think Roman would actually do something like that, but...
No, Roman's classy. Roman's classy.
I think Roman would just kind of like snicker and go, okay, whatever. But, because I know Roman so well. But, just, it's a professionally run company. If there's like bullshit drama in the back, it's going to get sorted out. So, I mean, Exhibit A, Sasha Banks. Enough said. But, CM Punk, is he coming back? Is he just wanting to mend fences? Is he wanting to maybe weigh his options? Like, maybe I do want to go back to WWE. Or maybe I just want to see some old friends and, clear the air with some people that I had heat with, because I don't need heat with people anymore. Or, I just thought of this. Maybe the shit going on in AEW taught him I don't need heat with people anymore. I don't need stupid heat with people anymore.
Yep.
Same thing with The Miz. Like, The Miz, as far as I know, they never really had problems. Like, it's funny because, like, on the CM Punk DVD, like, The Miz was putting him over. And, like, Punk would just be in another segment going, fuck The Miz. Like, The Miz was in the main event of WrestleMania, and I wasn't. So it's just like, I don't know. But, and then him and Triple H, that's, I guess, something more personal. But, just, as time gets older, you just want to clear the air and just not deal with the shit anymore. But, speaking of shit, Vince McMahon has another lawsuit. This is on the New York Post. WWE boss Vince McMahon hit with biased suit over scripts. I'll get into this. World Wrestling Entertainment ordered up racially tinged plot lines for its scripted matches, that including having a Muslim wrestler admit he was responsible for 9/11. I don't remember that. And another in which a black wrestler was held captive.
That one there. Sorry, that one there was pitched. So these are pitched storylines.
Okay.
These are all pitched.
Gotcha. Brittany Abrahams, a black writer for WWE's SmackDown and Monday Night Raw TV series, alleges she was fired last year in retaliation for her complaints about story pitches, which perpetrated offensively racist and stereotypical jargon. According to the lawsuit filed in Brooklyn federal court on Monday, Abrahams' racial discrimination suit against the WWE and its controversial leader Vince McMahon claims her boss, lead writer Ryan Callahan, pitched the idea of having a Muslim wrestler named Mansoor, who's now Mansoor, revealed that he was behind the 9/11 attacks.
so I want to start there.
There's more.
Right. But just real quick.
Right.
So Mansoor, it would have been 6 years old in 2001. You mean to tell me he would be behind the 9/11 attacks? Like, that's just shitty, right? It's funny.
No. They would have said that debuting him, I guess, recently, whenever he did debut, would be say, I was behind the 9/11 attacks.
Right, but again, he would have been 6 years old in 2001.
Hey, we don't know how advanced these Muslims are.
I'm just saying, man. Like,
I'm Persian. I can make that joke. People, relax. Anyways, continue.
But anyway, yeah, this is just preposterous. You know what I mean? But, yeah, very dumb. It's funny. Unfortunately,
This is funny, but stupid.
Right. It continues. Another plot line was to have a black wrestler known as Reggie, who's now Scripps, in NXT, held captive in cages as he was being hunted by the white wrestler Shane Thorne.
They were supposed to make that gimmick like a crocodile gimmick because Shane Thorne is from Australia. So yeah, so instead of hunting crocodiles, he hunts humans. And Reggie, who's black, it's not good at all.
Abraham said she objected to her superior's racially motivated misconduct, specifically stating that a gimmick where a white man hunting a black African American man for sport is racist. The suit said when she voiced her objection to Callahan, he is alleged to have laughed and sarcastically replied, "Oh, what? Is that a bad thing?"
Jesus Christ, man.
According to court papers, this is actually on a court document. Another incident involved Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, who was black, allegedly scripted to say, don't make me take off my earrings and beat your ass. I mean, she still kind of does that.
He does that.
Not in that sense. Not in that sense.
I mean, not in the inner city, hood way, but when she's about to fight, because normally she'll
She does
come
say
out.
That's her one of her catchphrases.
Yeah, but just in that way, in that fashion, is not done. But she does take off her earrings and takes off her heels. If, she's wearing a nice outfit, she'll take those off. Take off her earrings, take off her heels, and then throw down. But I don't see. I mean, I get it, but that's reaching. That's Dawson levels of reaching, and that's a lot of reach right there.
Continuing. In her court filing, Abrahams alleges that the lines based upon cruel, ugly stereotypes of dark-skinned black women. Abrahams, who was hired in 2020 and lives in Brooklyn, objected to Callahan about the line. She said, "I know I'm new. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or step on anyone's toes, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the scene includes a racial jargon and offensive stereotypes, particularly her go-home line." Abrahams is alleged to have written in the email to Callahan. The next day, Belair had written to Abrahams that she had told the senior writers 3 different times that I do not want to say that line, but Chris Dunn, a senior writer at WWE, never listens to me. He puts that line in every week, according to the lawsuit. Another allegedly pitched scenario involved having a black wrestler, Apollo Crews, who is Nigerian-American, speak with a stereotypical and exaggerated Nigerian accent, which that did happen. The lawsuit said Abrahams claimed she was fired for taking home a WrestleMania 38 branded chair, even though other employees did so as well. According to court papers, in reality, the incident was used as a pretext to fire her in retaliation for her complaints about racist story pitches. According to the court documents, the Post has reached out to the WWE comment earlier this year, and it just tells us what we already know. So yeah, I mean, everything was basically in there. I mean, like, Lightning's bringing up Apollo's, pretty much when he was Black Panther for like a few months. That was just a weird gimmick. Like, that was weird. Where it's like all of a sudden he went from speaking like in a clear American accent to now he's T'Challa.
Yeah.
And like, it looked cool, like the visual, but just him doing the whole "I am Apollo Cruz" and like I'm not gonna do that, but like it was weird. And now all of a sudden he doesn't do the accent anymore. It's like with Kofi Kingston when he first came in, he did the Jamaican accent, and he's from Ghana.
Looks like someone had trouble in paradise.
Boom, boom. And he's from Ghana, but he grew up in Boston. And I think he said his parents were mad that he did the Jamaican accent. And then there was that bit with Triple H where Triple H is like, "Wait, are you supposed to be Jamaican?" But yeah, another lawsuit for WWE. And Lightning saying, "What was Brittany Abrams thinking when she tried to get hired by WWE when she did not know that stereotypes have always been a thing for decades? I'm glad she stick around if these racist ideas were so offensive in her eyes." I mean, I think she was maybe trying to change it from within, but clearly that didn't work. I mean, for the way it sounds, there's still that stereotype. Let me ask you guys something. So, do you think for like, I don't want to say certain wrestlers, that sounds kind of stupid to say, but like Bianca Belair, for example, do you think a black woman should be writing for Bianca Belair?
Uh, I will say they should have some heavy influence.
Right. It's like
Not totally 100% writing, no, but they should have heavy influence because I'm not a black woman. I'm a black man, obviously, but I'm not a black woman. So, like, if you have like a white 4-year-old white man writing for a black woman, I mean, that's kind of off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's off, right?
Let me rephrase the question. Like, should there be black writers for black wrestlers? Like, just like there should be Hispanic writers for Hispanic wrestlers.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Now, I will say they should not be the end all for everything, right? But again, they should have heavy influence on what is said, how they're portrayed, things like that. Because, I live in San Antonio. We obviously you're here too, Drew. But I don't say, and I know you heard this many times in your life living here. I don't say way. You know what I mean? What if as a black guy I say that word way, which is like hey, my dog, my friend, whatever the case may be. Like, what if I'm writing something for a Hispanic guy, let's say, for example, Humberto Carrillo or Angel Garza, somebody like that, and I write that in the script. Like, hey, say this. And what would that look like coming from me as a black guy? So it's the same thing in this situation where you have some of these writers, right? Maybe, 20, 30, 40, I don't know the writers, I don't know how many writers exactly is, but you'll like to assume that there are some writers who just don't fit that criteria of writing solely for a black wrestler or for a Hispanic wrestler or for an Asian wrestler. You know what I mean? Like, you need to have that representation there to have authentic feel for on whatever you're saying. That's my opinion.
Ruben, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's important for the writers to be current on culture. I think that's the main thing. If you have, like Justin was saying, if you just have a 40-year-old white man writing for Bianca Belair who's black, then there's a disconnect. But I do think that there needs to be people on the writing team in general, not just for a handful of people, but I think in general they should just have a lot of brainstorm, a lot of good ideas to pitch, current, up to date with culture. There should be the people that are older, like let's say 30, 40-ish, they should be filters and be like, we're not going to say that. That's way too vulgar. That's way too raunchy. But in terms of like just having black people, write for black wrestlers or Hispanic people writing for Hispanic wrestlers, that's not necessarily should be the case. Just because they are that ethnicity or race doesn't really mean much. I'd rather have someone that has good ideas to pitch, someone I could brainstorm with. And yeah, I just think if they happen to be black or happen to be Hispanic, that's cool. But it should not be a requirement. I should just have good writers, seasoned writers, not people that came out of college, because you're gonna get this. Everything is racist. Everything's blah blah blah. It's like, can we just pitch good ideas? Can we just, if something's offensive, okay, it's offensive. I get it, but I just think that we just need to get back to just having people that are seasoned, that are experienced, and are hip with the times, because it's a mess. You're gonna get a lot of this, unfortunately.
Right. I mean, going back to the original question, I guess like it's not so much having a black writer would be the thing, but it's more just like, going back to what she said, a white guy trying to tell a black woman how to talk, trying to say, oh, don't make me take my earrings off and whoop your ass. Like, it's just like nobody really talks like that. Like that sounds like a character in a movie. It's like our review on Mario, Ruben, where it's like, you live in New York. How many Italians do you hear actually go, oh, I make it to pizza? Oh, like, do you know anyone that actually talks like that?
Oh no.
I mean, probably it ain't like that. It's like, hey, I'm walking here. Or probably not that, but
it's like
you hear more of the New York, like the mix New York Irish, Italian, like the Italian Irish type of accents. Like, with the attitude, hey, I'm walking here, or
like, who's
watch where you're going.
Guy here?
Yeah, but
hey, Goomba, want to try some of my ma's pastrami? It's to die for. Wow.
Yeah, and you get the Brooklyn accents. Like, you got to go to some parts, but it's way exaggerated, and I think that to have people like speak, to have that preconceived notion, or you have the exaggerated, New York accent, the Brooklyn accent, or you have the exaggerated black accent, or this and that. I think that, wrestling, it's kind of hokey, so you're gonna have a lot of things exaggerated. But I mean, I get it. I definitely get where this writer's coming from. But at the same time, again, I do think that you need seasoned writers that know what they're doing, that have experience, that can have more to offer. But then you also have to have, I think, people that, hey, they come from a certain background and they could give insight, because not everyone's going to know everything. That's why you have, in a part of a team, you have you have people that serve different roles in that writing team, or on a team in general. So you may have people that have experiences, or someone that's that's black or Hispanic, or that's an actual Texan, or someone that's been to New York, or someone that's like, I think that's the point that I'm getting from more so than the representation, because like it means it's mute in this case. But if they happen to be black, happen to be Hispanic, which I'm half and half. So yeah, like I get where they're coming from.
Right. I mean, we definitely need more representation as far as like writers go in wrestling. Which, again, I hate that there's writers in wrestling. Like, wrestling should not have scripts. I mean, if anything, do bullet points. Just, granted, not everybody is that great on the mic. So if like, some people do need scripts, I guess that makes sense. But like, for people that can actually talk, because and this is gonna probably like branch off into a different discussion, but with Rhea Ripley, for example, like, she's a good talker, but I don't feel like when she's talking it sounds like her. It sounds like somebody's writing for her, because like, I don't know if it's just me noticing it, but whenever she talks, she has this very baritone voice where she's like, oh, Charlotte, I will see you at WrestleMania and take your SmackDown women's title. Like, she talks very slow. She has a very soothing kind of voice. I'm like, you're supposed to be this evil goth bitch. Why are you talking in a really soothing Australian accent? Like, I'm not saying you need to go out there and talk like the Ultimate Warrior, but just, I don't know, sound like you're going to beat someone's ass. Like, sound tough.
It's the cadence. A lot of wrestlers need voice coaches.
Right.
They do need to have, because it's a way of projecting your voice. It's a way to project it, to portray it in a way. Because I even like notice this about me. Sometimes I do sound baritone. I do sound robotic. I'm like, whoa, yeah. Last time I checked. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta, change the cadence. It's all about the cadence, how you say certain words, how you articulate certain words, and that aspect. And I think that in Rhea Ripley's case, if she probably has, but again, it's just all about the cadence and not letting yourself get into autopilot, because this is easy just to get into autopilot when you're talking, and then you just kind of just drift off, and that's a no go.
Right, but like I guess for certain guys that are able to kind of do their own shit, like Roman, for example. Roman,
Yeah,
when he talks, he sounds like probably how he would sound when he's like with his friends. He's just talking shit. He's like, I'm gonna smash him. I'm gonna get this dude in the ring. I'm gonna smash him. Cody, when he talks, he sounds like he's talking like himself. CM Punk, MJF, when they're talking, they sound like they're talking like themselves when they're actually having a conversation. But jacked up to 10. With a lot of people where you can tell that they're given scripts, you can, I guess, kind of tell in their cadence.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
their cadence, how it's being delivered, and you can just tell, like, okay, it's like it doesn't even matter about the cadence. It's like, why would any person say this? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they'd be saying like such ridiculous things that's like not natural in a conversation. About any athletics competition. Having a physical contest, like, some of the things that they say is like really, really cartoony and childish, and so, and it's been that way for years, but it's been really bad over the last like 5 to 7 years for sure.
Yeah, it's because they have older writers on there,
right,
and they don't get the lingo, and the way that a generation prior or 2 generations prior, they're not going to talk like how 20-something-year-olds talk. And that's the things, the language and the verbiage, that it doesn't fit well with someone like a Rhea Ripley, who's young. She's like in her like late 20s, I believe. No, she's like in her early mid.
She's like 26, I want to say.
Yeah, so mid 20s. So yeah, like a mid 20-year-old is not going to talk like a 40, 50-year-old, It's going to sound off. So that's like, you made a good point there. Like, it's just like certain people, when they speak and they give them their material to talk about on television, it's like, why do they say that? Why would they? What? It's like, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound natural. It's like, you are obviously in someone else's body. What are you doing? Get back into your own body.
right. And Dom, for example, Dom looks like he's comfortable just going out there and just being scumbag Dominic.
Yep.
Because for the longest time, I would just always shit on this kid, and he just seemed like he was super uncomfortable talking on the mic, and when he was starting out, he was doing the WWE verbiage of like, I love you, Dad. You are my dad. I love you, my father. Like, he would just talk in that WWE robotic kind of cadence, to whereas like when he became a heel, it just gave him the red light to, or not the red light, the green light to just be a heel and just be as scummy and just as unlikable as possible, because like everybody was booing the shit out of him because he turned on his dad, and everyone loves Rey Mysterio, and that he just committed the cardinal sin, and now he just seems really comfortable. Because there was a point there where when he was doing the scumbag stuff, like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but like he would talk, he would give a promo, and then like the mic would go to like Damian Priest or whatever, and it'll come back to him, and all of a sudden he would just say something random, where it was just like, my deadbeat dad, I beat his ass at WrestleMania, and then it would go to Damian Priest, blah blah blah. He's like, yeah, and then I smacked the shit out of my sister. It's like, or he'd be like, and then me and mommy did this. It's like, okay, that's I don't know, but like, Dom's good. Dom's great in his role. But I guess we can get to Raw already. So Raw was Raw. I guess the big news tidbit coming out of Raw is now we got a new World Heavyweight title. Triple H came out to talk about the draft, and then said Roman is the current Universal Champion. Wherever he goes, he's going to keep that title. But the other show, what other show doesn't have a title, is going to need a title. And I'll be honest, I was kind of oblivious to it, because I had a feeling it was going to be about a title thing, because people were mentioning it, but it zoomed out to where it was him standing next to a podium with a curtain over it. I'm like, oh, that was there the whole time. And he just, reveals the new world heavyweight title, which is is kind of paying tribute, is modeled after the big gold belt, which, anyone that knows me knows I love the big gold belt. And, has the giant WWE logo in the middle of it. To which, I guess the first 5 seconds, I just kind of went, And then after a while, I kind of came to, I'm like, it's better than like the giant belt buckle titles.
Yeah.
I know Lightning saying he doesn't like the logo in the middle.
You gotta understand, this is
Right.
WWE.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, you're not gonna have what you want. Now, I will say this: I think the WWE logo's too big. If they smidge it down a little bit in size, just a little bit, I think the belt would be even better. But I love the belt. I love it. Love it. Now, this is not like a United Kingdom title or anything like that, or even like the North American title. But I love it as far as the main roster belt. It's the best main roster belt right now. I can tell you that. You know what I mean? It gives that prestige. It looks like a fucking wrestling title that you will want to fight over. And I think at the end of the day, as of right now, some people may not like it, but when the tag team titles, when they first came out with the big pennies, like, people were like, oh, these are stupid, and people came around on it, right? With the Universal, the red, this red top, people just came around and we just got used to it, and the blue one too as well. Could be the same thing with this one, and I think there's gonna be a higher appreciation for it as time goes on.
The penny titles are still stupid. I'm sorry. Like, I miss the older titles. I like the ones that they had in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
The ones on Raw, the ones on SmackDown, I thought were really good. Because they just wanted to do the whole, well, since this is a SmackDown title, it has to be blue, and since this is Raw, it has to be red. It's like, you don't have to do that. You can just maybe add some red with the gold.
It's childish. It's kind of like going back with the whole promo stuff. Like,
Right.
Everything that WWE does is childish. It's cartoony. It makes it look kiddie.
Right.
You can portray to the kids without making everything kiddie and colorful and all this other bullshit, man. Just make it pro wrestling, man. Make it pro wrestling. And you can do your little cartoon with like some of the gimmicks. You know what I mean? With some of the advertisement, on kids programming. You don't gotta like do every single little thing kiddie. It's redundant.
Right.
Yeah.
Ruben, go ahead.
Yeah. And that Lightning posted those belts. I love those belts. The WWE Tag Team titles and the World Tag Team titles.
Yeah,
like,
they're good
I love
belts.
those.
They're good.
Yeah, those are really good. But yeah, as far as the my initial thoughts on the new World Heavyweight title, I was like, oh, cool, we got a new belt. Finally, they addressed the problem, but it does raise some problems as well.
Oh, there was a lot of problems, but yeah, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, like, first of all, now we got 3 world titles now, because technically the WWE and the Universal title, they're still, there still are 2 physical belts. And then the lineage of the WWE title is longer than the Universal title, and they're keeping the Universal title.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, like that was my main thing. Like, what? Like, WWE title makes sense. If you're gonna have the world heavyweight title, just have the world heavyweight title, and then you have the WWE title, the undisputed WWE Universal title, and keep the WWE belt, because that has the lineage there. So that was my issue. And hopefully they'll like merge both belts that way, just 2, because 3 belts are too much. We already have a lot of belts.
They are gonna merge it just once Roman loses the Universal title, right, or both titles in this case. They're going to retire the Universal title. There's no way that they're going to keep the Universal title around because, to your point, the lineage. of the WWE Championship. There's no way that they're going to get rid of that. So we're going to end up just having the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship, and that's it.
Right.
Yep,
Good.
Yep. And yeah, as far as the new World Heavyweight title, I like it. The only thing is the logo in the front is just a tad too big. If they shrunk it down, like, you know, you guys are saying, and Lightning was saying in the chat, if they shrunk it down just a smidge, it'll be a beautiful belt. But overall, I do like it. Like, it's a mix of the North American title and the big gold belt, which I'm a fan of the big gold belt personally.
Same.
But yeah, like it's a beautiful belt, and it's a step in the right direction. But then the other problem, I think Justin, probably me and him might be on the same wavelength. So then, which title is Cody gonna win?
Romans.
Is it? Yeah, because technically he's been trying to get the WWE title, because that's the belt that his father never got. So that's
Cody needs to stay far away from this new title. Period.
Yeah, like
far away. Whatever brand that Roman's on, Cody needs to follow. Period.
Yeah. Do not go after the world title, the world heavyweight title, because he's not going to win it if he has to chase for the belt or be in the brand where that belt is at. He's not going to win it, and that's just going to be another reason why for the fans to be mad. And I think that, while it's a nice belt, it does create problems, and I hope they do rectify.
He can win it later on after he wins the WWE title first, but not.
Oh yeah,
now.
Of course.
Yeah. So, but I want to bring this up real quick.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So Cody. So Cody, hopefully he doesn't get drafted to the brand with the new title. Now, I've been a prior proponent of, with Cody winning the WWE Championship against Roman at SummerSlam. Now, here's my line of thinking, because they had to have this title. How long do you think that they had this title in the works and this plan?
I think for a while, because I know the reports coming out that Triple H, wanted to bring it back.
The final while. What month? If you just had to take a guess,
month. Oof.
Just what? January? Is that? You think that's fair to say? January
might be farther back than that. Because again, I know it sounds like I'm repeating the answer, but it's just like I know Triple H has been a big proponent of like bringing back that world title or a title. Because he wasn't a fan of the Universal title, so. But like you're saying, like a month or like months or whatever.
Okay, so further back, we'll just say December. We'll say the end of 2022.
I'll just say a year. I'll just go with that. But like,
I don't know about a year, but we'll just say end of 2022.
Whenever Triple H came into power, we'll just put it this way.
Whatever. No matter what. If they knew that this title was going to be a thing this close to after WrestleMania. I would, and I know I said have Cody, struggle, have the story and all that stuff. I would have had Cody won at WrestleMania. And I'm going to tell you why. Because now, Cody is not chasing just Roman. Roman was the guy, the only guy with the world title. Even though this is going to be maybe considered as a secondary belt, Roman was the guy with the only title. So now, you're going to have another champion plus Roman, right? Cody should have been the one to have these titles split, not via a draft. Cody should have been the one to have these titles split. So if they knew that this was going to happen, and if we knew this was going to happen prior to WrestleMania, I would have liked to see Cody actually win at that particular point in time. Now, to me, I don't know how you guys feel. It's going to kind of taint it just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit on Cody whenever he wins this title. It's going to taint just a little bit because he's not the one that's going to end up splitting these titles. Now, he may be the one, I'm going to retire the Universal title, right? But to me, it kind of taints it just a little bit. Because of the fact that he's not the one splitting the belts. He should have been the one to split the belts, not a draft.
I don't know. I think that's kind of a reach, personally.
I mean, is it really?
No disrespect, but like, I don't know. The whole like, I get where you're coming from, where it's like, Cody, should have been that guy to say, since Cody's now the champion, and he only wanted to be the WWE champion, want to bring back the the Winged Eagle belt. And it's just like, I have no use for the Universal title. Let's make a new title. I can see where you're coming from, but like, as far as like tainted goes, I don't know if it's tainted.
It's gonna. I'm telling you this now. It is gonna be a little. I'm not saying like overly tainted. Like, oh my god, I'm saying there is going to be a little taint to it because again, Roman. He still is the guy. I'm not saying like he's not the champion no more, but Roman is the guy right now. But he's not going to be the only guy. He's not going to be the only champion, right? Cody. One of the things in Cody's story is like, hey, we need to get rid of you as champion because you're the only guy as champion. That was one of the things in the story. That wasn't the story, obviously, right? The majority of the story is him wanting to win the WWE title for his father because he never got to win it, right? But one of the chapters or one of the paragraphs in the story is Roman is the guy, and he's been the guy, and he wrestles anytime he wants to, and all that stuff, right? And we need a world champion. And the fact that there's going to be two champions now is going to kind of taint it, to me, a little bit. And I can kind of see it in social media too as well. You know what I mean? With some of the fans out there kind of seeing the same thing as well. So, again, Cody wins. It's his story. It's going to be a great moment. I'm just saying that it could have been a lot better if they knew that this was going to be the thing for right after WrestleMania. If they knew that this was going to be the thing, even though I would still disagree with it, Cody losing at WrestleMania is still the right decision. It is still the right decision, but I would have considered on actually having him walk out as champion if this was going to be the case for right after WrestleMania.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Ruben, what do you think?
I mean, I can see where you guys are coming from. I think it would have been more impactful if Cody were to be the one to split the belts, just because it would have made a statement and it would have basically did what Triple H did, which was introduce a new belt. And again, because now you have 3 world titles until the Night of Champions. So once that happens, then it's like, oh, we're just gonna do any, meeny, miny, mo with one of the belts, which obviously is going to be the Universal title that they're going to do away with and retire it and put it back in storage, because without the WWE title there's no WWE. It's just weird having a Universal title and then the World Heavyweight title. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like WWE. What's WWE without the WWE title that has much more lineage than the Universal title? And I understand Roman had that belt first, but after he loses it, it has to be retired. And again, I do understand. I do understand why Cody should have won at Mania if they was going to do this anyway. But at the same time, things didn't align well because, mind you, Cody came back from the Rumble. He didn't get jumped. He didn't get
no adversity.
No adversity, none at all. Not a scratch on him until Mania. And then after Mania, oof. But I think that what's need to be done is, to stay the course, but just with the whole Brock Lesnar thing, that's just my opinion. Just is adversity, but you got to make sense of things. You got to make sense of things, and right now things aren't making sense. And like we mentioned last week, just a lot of stuff doesn't make any sense. But again, if roads lead, well, no pun intended, if roads lead to Rhodes winning, then have at it. But I think it's just And right now, we just got to see. We just got to see where this goes. Hopefully, they do get rid of the Universal title. And if they bring back like a classic, I wonder what you guys think. Are they gonna just have the regular WWE title, or are they gonna introduce a new design for the WWE title as well?
I mean, at this point, I mean, you know how WWE works, so I think they're maybe gonna keep the top for a while. I think this belt is the new belt for a while. Now, I will want to see a new title, of course, but just knowing what WWE does, and you know how they to market and brand themselves, it just may be the title that we have for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes a lot of sense.
I mean, they can just do a WWE thing of just, you know, dropping the Universal title and saying, you know, this is the new WWE Universal World Heavyweight Undisputed thingamabob, you know. But I don't know. I digress. But speaking of somebody who has a bright future, Trinity Fatu, who is the former Naomi, will be debuting for Impact Wrestling on this weekend's taping in Cicero, Illinois. Trinity, you know, Naomi has a new job. It's an Impact. She's not going to be joining her best friend Mercedes. But I mean, I guess that's good because I've been hearing good things about Impact as of late. I know their pay-per-view, everyone said it was actually pretty good. Which, you know, unfortunately, YouTube TV doesn't carry access for some reason, which is weird. But what do you guys think about, you know, Miss Trinity making her debut for Impact?
Very happy for her. You know, I mean, she wants to. I mean, she didn't have to go. She still wants to wrestle, right? And I mean, she could have gone anywhere. Right? She's that talented of a women's professional wrestler, right? Impact one. I know that we shit on Impact or whatnot. Well, I mean, I don't as much, but we do make fun of it, though. We do make fun of it. But one thing I can say is that the women's division is probably one of the strongest, you know, knockouts division that they ever had. They got a lot of good talent down there, with the likes of Deonna Purrazzo, Jordan Grace, who, you know, whatever with her, but Masha Slamovich and Mickey James and all that. So, yeah, I mean, just with her being there, you know, it is going to help out the division much more. And most likely, hopefully, she'll become a champion there and get more eyes on the product and, you know, go from there. So, very happy for her.
And then Nick Aldis made his return to Impact at their pay-per-view. So, I mean, if I had the channel, I'd watch it. I mean, I never really shit on Impact. I know I made jokes like, you know, who watches Impact, but, you know, people seem to enjoy it. I mean, it's been around for a long time. Like, it has somehow managed to survive more litigation, almost as much as Vince. Like, I don't know. But, I mean, good on them. I mean, they seem to be a very professionally run company. Oh, now they are. You know, with Scott D'Amore as the... I forgot, is he the owner of the company, or is he the CEO? Like, what is he? If anyone knows. But, I mean...
It could be Scott D'Amore, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't really hear too much drama coming out of Impact anymore, so. But I mean, if I had a chance to watch it, I'd watch it. So, but hey, good on Impact. You know, getting some eyes and ears to the product. You have a name like what's her name? We were just talking about her, Trinity. You have a name like Trinity, you know, on TV screen. She was a world champion, and you know, Naomi was, you know, for the most. I mean, she was always. I always thought she was very good. I always thought she was very underrated. She got a nice pop from the crowd and seems like a sweetheart. So good on her. Next is Dark Side of the Ring. It's I know we talked about it before, but they announced what their whole season is going to be for season 4. It's going to be about Chris Candido and Tammy Sitch, Magnum TA, Adrian Adonis, Doink the Clown, the Junkyard Dog, Marty Jannetty, Bam Bam Bigelow, Abdul the Butcher, WCW's Bash at the Beach 2000, and the Graham family. And the talking heads on the show will be Mick Foley, Bret the Hitman Hart, Jake the Snake Roberts, DDP, Jeff Jarrett, Jim Ross, and of course Jim Cornette. And it will be season 4 will premiere, I believe, May 30th, which that's going to be next month or next week actually. May starts next week. So, any thoughts on that, guys?
I mean, I'm interested. Dark Side of the Ring. Even though the last season was, I mean, the first and second season of anything will always be like great, but the third one was it was still pretty good, and I'm interested to see this season here, like what they got. How they're going to tell the stories, if it's going to be accurate, because of course people have their own versions. But I'm interested because it's Dark Side of the Ring, obviously. And yeah, Doink the Clown is an odd choice, but I mean,
Matt Bourne, the guy, he was insane. So, I know you're saying Doink, but it's most likely Matt Bourne, the original. Yeah,
because I know there's a lot of Doink the Clown. So if it's him, then it'll be interesting. But yeah, like I can't wait, because I think that's like the only thing like wrestling related that isn't like, mainstream, like WWE, AEW, like mainstream wrestling, that I'll go out of my way to watch, because like there's actually some good episodes. So yeah, I'm interested. Oh, and as far as Trinity joining Impact, I mean, I'm happy for her. It seems like Impact is finally at a place where they're putting out good shows. It's just this is not the same, but of course with the history that it had, like I'm glad it's still around and people are still able to wrestle in that company. And I mean, Mickey James is still there, so you gotta love Mickey James. And I don't blame Trinity not going to WWE, because I mean, you can blame her. The roster, just the depth and the creative for the women's division in WWE, in the main roster at least, it's not there. It's lacking. So if I was her, I would have done the same thing. Impact's women's knockouts roster is pretty dope. It's pretty deep, and they put on good matches. I expect them to have good stories, and yeah, I'm happy. It's shame no Naomi in the bloodline. That could have been a good thing to have Naomi get all the belts, but I think that would have been too much. But a guy can dream, right?
Yep.
I think that's all the news that I have. Justin, what do you got?
I had a couple of news stories here. I'm probably not going to go over them. I mean, they're, how should I say, they're very low interest stories. I would just say that. And,
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, during this podcast right now, Roderick Strong has joined AEW. Didn't know about his his WWE contract coming up. There was nothing that came out, knowing that he did ask for his release, but nothing ever confirmed came out about that. So, so Roderick Strong came in to save Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy and Bandito. There's that. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts about that. No, I don't think you guys really care. So,
I mean, I like Roderick. I like Roddy. I really like Roddy. So it's good. At least he's, at least I know Kyle O'Reilly, I think he's injured, right? And Bobby Fish. Yeah, and Bobby Fish, he's in Impact. So no Undisputed Elite, like full power, because he's missing 2/3. But
yeah.
I mean, he's with Adam Cole, so that's good. Yeah.
Apparently, I had like a very good theme song. I'll probably have to catch that after the show here. The only other thing is, hold on, is Will Ospreay's New Japan contract. He revealed that it expires in February 2024. So another 10 months from now, his contract's going to expire with New Japan. And obviously, he kind of mentioned as well lately that he wants to change his wrestling style to have a longer career, but he doesn't know how much longer he actually has. So, and this guy's not even 30 yet. So, yeah.
You gotta change up your style.
I don't know if you have any thoughts about that, Ruben.
I mean, man, just the fact that the stuff that this man can do is pretty incredible with Ospreay. Like, to have a longevity in wrestling and just in life.
Right.
You don't want to be in your 40s just, in a wheelchair or just having, back problems. Like, you see the way Kurt Angle walks, when he's standing up, like, it's like, I don't want that for anyone because,
right.
Like, Jesus, like, I seen that and I'm like, wow. And I look back a lot of Kurt Angle's matches. I'm like, dude was a beast. Like, he was my all-time favorite performer.
Perk Angle.
Perk Angle. Shout outs to Marky D123. He did the video on Perk Angle. And
yeah.
I'm
Funny
like,
shit.
damn, he really did that. I'm like, wow, and I don't want that for Ospreay either. Regardless what people think, and me, I'm really, when it comes to the whole the gymnastics, flippy doos and dives, I don't mind Ospreay. Like, I think he's really dope things that he does in the ring, but at the same time, you gotta have longevity. You gotta look at the long term, because what are you gonna do after wrestling? And if you're in a wheelchair, or if you're, God forbid, if something happens and you die, that's something that, he has to keep in mind, to at least be in wrestling for just a little while longer, like, a year longer, 2 years longer. All that matters. So, yeah, I hope he does change up his style,
Speaking of, since we're on the topic of wrestlers talking about their, wrestling in the ring, Tiffany Stratton was on Busted Open Radio. And on the topic of what she feels she needs to improve on, she answered with, I think I have every single component that it takes to become a superstar. I think in the ring I lack with my selling and my psychology. I think that's where I need to improve, and quickly. End quote.
Mm-hmm.
Which, hey, this is a sight to see. A young... I don't know how old Tiffany Stratton is, but let me just look that up real quick. She's got to be like 20-something.
Yeah, she's 23. She's very young.
23, there you go. Like, a 23-year-old girl in wrestling. I mean, I don't mean to make emphasis on that it's just a girl, but, like, it's just a 23-year-old young wrestler acknowledging, saying, hey, I have a lot to improve on. I need to improve on my psychology in the ring before I feel I'm ready to be in that spotlight, which I think I can be if I just work on this. Like, I know Draper, our good friend John Draper, he said, it's great that she said that, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's good and bad, because she's an anomaly of, people in wrestling that are able to say, hey, I don't think I'm that great yet. I have a lot to work on. Whereas, we live in a society, especially with wrestling, where it's like, everybody is the best wrestler of all time. Everybody's a great wrestler. Everybody can do A, B, C, and D. It's like, Eddie's saying it's as if she's being trained by competent people. There you go. Like going back to what we said earlier, the WWE is more of a professionally run company. You have Shawn Michaels. You have, I don't know if Norman Smiley is still a trainer there.
He is, yes.
What is Sarah Del Rey still there?
I don't think so. I think she got cut during the mass exodus in 2020.
Eddie's saying yes.
He is? Okay, well. Okay.
So I mean, you have people that are there to say, "Hey, work on this. Do little things." And someone like Tiffany Stratton, who actually wants to work, who actually wants to get better. It's like with Mandy. I was gonna say Mandy Moore, Mandy Rose, who wanted to go back to NXT because she wanted to get better in the ring. Like, she requested to go back to NXT, and it's just like, it worked. It paid dividends because was she Charlotte? No, but she improved a lot. And
Yep.
she learned how to be more comfortable on the mic. She learned how to have ring psychology. She learned how to actually take a hit. I don't know, Mandy Rose always struck me as someone who wasn't afraid to, like, get punched in the face. You know what I mean? So, but she's an Italian girl. She grew up in a family full of guys. So I mean, you can imagine. But good on Tiffany. Tiffany is someone who I saw and I'm like, this girl is not ready for TV. Like, she is really not ready for TV. And she got hurt and she came back with new boobs, and now she's a lot better in the ring. Do the boobs help? We don't know, but
Probably.
maybe they did. But maybe it's like the Mandy thing of, I want to get better. I don't just want to be here and be on television. I actually want to be worth people's time, and energy to watch me on television.
Yep.
So Eddie's saying Tiffany was improving before their boobs. Okay, I'll take.
Yeah,
Eddie's.
I'm not saying. I was gonna say that, like, before she got injured, she was already approved.
Right, but now she has new boobs and she's a lot better. So there you go. I forgot what else I was gonna say. No, I think that's about it. But do you guys have any thoughts to add to that before we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, someone that's able to acknowledge that they can always improve, and they identify, okay, I'm not good at this, I need to be better at this. It's refreshing because, especially in the wrestling industry, is very people are full of themselves and they believe that, no, I'm the best ever. I'm Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and Mr. Perfect all wrapped up in one, and I don't need nobody to tell me how to improve. Kind of like certain people in AEW. Again, like, you had, I think it was Hangman, and he was like, no, I'm not gonna go to the veterans for advice, something along those lines. And I was like, what? If I had someone that's like a big on investing, and they'll tell me for free ways that I can make money, just tips, stuff that they wouldn't tell like anyone, I will grab it. How to improve my portfolio, how to just ways to invest, things to look out for. I will sit down with a pen and pad and with a recorder, and I will write things down. I'll have that recording because I want to learn. I want to get better. And to me, it's just an issue with the generation that all they got to do to get over is just to do all these things to get star ratings. Like, no, you got to have the in-ring work. You got to have the psychology. You got to tell a story. You got to attack the body part. You got to sell. You got to have good, you got to be able to emote, good facials. Well, not that type of facials. You got to emote. You got to emote. You got to be able to sell that you're getting hurt, you're in pain. You got to sell that, just gotta be able to tell a story, not just with what you do, with each movie you do, but with, your face, like your facial expressions. And I think that the fact that she admitted, like, yeah, like, this is what I need to work on, it's pretty damn refreshing. I'm happy to hear that, in day and age where people are full of themselves, is nice to have that just that acknowledgement.
And fuck you, Britt Baker. But Justin, what do you have to add to this?
Nothing. There's nothing really to add. Y'all guys hit the nail on the head with that.
All right. Do you have any other news topics?
Not really. I mean, there's some, but I mean, they're minor, and I don't think any interest.
I mean, hey, just shoot.
Okay. Hold on. I had it here. Oh, son of a sea biscuit. Hold on. Let me get back to it. My bad. Unprofessional. So announced tonight on Dynamite, Tony Khan announces the opening ceremonies for the Owen tournament will be at Double or Nothing. See. The tournament will be held in Canada, including matches at Forbidden Door, and the finals will take place in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, on July 15th in Owen Hart's hometown. So, there's that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, I mean, I like tournaments, so, I mean, can't complain about that. So, even like with the World Heavyweight Championship, that's going to be conducted in a tournament too as well. So, looks like we're going to have, a summer of tournaments from what it looks like. So,
I especially like tournaments that are done out of spite. But go ahead.
I think that's it.
All right. Oh, that's it. That's all the stuff you have.
Yep.
All right. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. So, last week we did our own mock draft, which is apropos for AEW's potential collision show, where we basically just did, is this guy or girl going to go to Dynamite? Are they going to go to Collision? Are they going to go to Ring of Honor? Or are they going to be cut? So, kind of keeping with the tradition, whereas we're having a draft this Friday, or starting this Friday on SmackDown for WWE, we're going to do a WWE draft, if you guys are up to it.
Yeah.
All right. So, kind of same rules, where, I read off the WWE roster, and you tell me if that person should either go to Eddie banished ROH, if that person should go to Raw, SmackDown, stay in NXT, or if we want to get extreme, cut. And the side option of send them to Justin's house.
Oh yeah.
Or Ruben's house, or my house, or one of our houses. That'll be the fit. That'll be the last option, but it's a bonus option. But, anyways, I'm gonna start. I have the roster right here. I'm gonna start with it's in alphabetical order. So the first one is AJ Styles.
SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown. Considering that's where he made a name for himself on there, and he helped that. He has some really good feuds and good matches on there. Like SmackDown, he should stay on SmackDown.
Right.
Absolutely.
Akira Tozawa.
Damn, I'll say Raw.
Yeah, we need jobbers, so keep them on Raw.
NXT.
Okay. Alexa Bliss.
Raw.
SmackDown.
Justin's girl, Aaliyah.
I'm not even gonna speak on it. You already know how I feel about her.
Yeah, she's bad, so cut her.
Yeah, I mean, she's cute, but just no, she has not improved. Sorry to say, cut.
All right.
You didn't have to be sorry for a racist.
Angel Garza. Actually, I skipped somebody. Andre Chase.
It's you.
Did someone say Chase? NXT. Yeah, keep him in NXT.
Yeah, NXT.
Same.
Angel Garza. Put him in the fucking LWO. Like, I'm with RJ on this one. Why don't they put him in Korea in the LWO? I don't get that.
Yeah.
And wasn't Angel's dad in the LWO?
Yeah.
Yeah, so put him in. But
But
go ahead.
I'll put Angel and Umberto on NXT. They need more tag teams.
Yeah, why not put him? Well, I would say put him on NXT, but they could still be in the LWO, where it's like the LWO is representing the whole company, like wherever they go. So, and they're selling a lot of merch.
I mean, sure, but yeah, I'm putting on NXT.
Right, they're selling a lot of merch apparently. So, but yeah, I agree with you. Put them on NXT.
Yeah, NXT. Yeah.
The Street Profits.
Oh man.
Keep on Raw.
Yeah, Raw.
Raw.
Apollo Crews. He's currently on NXT.
Keep him on NXT.
Raw.
I'm going to keep him on NXT. Ariana Grace.
Damn, who is that?
That's
NXT. That's Santino's daughter. NXT. Keep her on NXT.
Keep her on NXT. Yeah.
And she is just fine. Like, fine. The bakery is open, as Ruben would say. Keep her on NXT. Hit row.
No, you had it right the first time.
Cut him except for BFAB and keep BFAB on SmackDown.
Yeah, we gotta cut all of them, but keep BFAB. I like BFAB.
NXT.
Asuka.
SmackDown. Have her go to SmackDown.
Raw.
Austin Theory. He's the current United States champion.
Well, I feel like Gunther should stay. No, because so many moving parts. Okay, if it depends on where Gunther goes and where Roman goes, because if Roman is going to be on, I think he should be on SmackDown. So Gunther should be on SmackDown. So yeah, Raw. Austin Theory should stay on Raw. If that's how it goes, I don't know, but my draft.
I'm going Raw. I'm going Raw.
Yeah, same, because flagship show and they love him, so keep him on Raw.
Yeah.
Ava Rain.
So are we just gonna say schism in general?
Yeah, sure. Well, the other two guys apparently don't want to be there, so.
Well, I mean, you still got Joe Gacy.
Yeah, Joe. Sorry, so for now, Joe Gacy and Ava Rain.
Keep them on NXT.
Yeah, NXT. Yeah.
All right. Especially Ava, she really needs to stay on NXT. Axiom.
Yeah, I like him.
NXT.
I'll keep him in NXT. I like him though.
Same. Baron Corbin.
I like Baron Corbin when he's Lone Wolf, because in reality he should have been gone, but someone likes him in the company.
He's a sweetie pie.
Yeah. I'll keep him on. I'll put him on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
My heart says fire him. My head says fire him, but it's like I said. It's like I said last week. It's like Mish said, going through the roster. We need somebody at that 9:15 p.m. spot to get their ass beat. So, what'd you guys say? SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown, so he can get his ass beat. Just have Gunther go out there and chop the shit out of him for 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
All right, Bailey. Get her away from Damage Control. Just get her.
I'm gonna keep her on Raw.
I'm gonna keep her on Raw. I'm gonna keep her on Raw and send her to my house.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
What'd you say, Ruben? You said Raw, right?
Yeah, Raw. Yeah.
All right, Becky Lynch.
SmackDown.
SmackDown, because I think Raw has too many women on the show. So yeah, put her on SmackDown. Bianca Belair, the current Raw Women's Champion. I would imagine she's gonna stay on Raw.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
All right. Big E.
All of New Day on Raw.
All right.
I'll say all New Day on SmackDown, especially if they're gonna do the whole thing with Big E going after Gunther, but not for the Intercontinental title, just to progress that feud, because Gunther's been beating up on the New Day.
Right.
But I don't think Big E should win the Intercontinental title because he's already been Intercontinental champion.
I mean, the rumor is that it's going to be New Day and Imperium, which will eventually lead to Big E and Gunther. So, but I mean, that should be a good match. I mean, but Big E should win. But Blair Davenport,
NXT.
Bobby Lashley.
I mean, he's been on Raw for forever. I'll put him on SmackDown just to change some scenery.
SmackDown.
Keep on Raw.
Well, this guy's an announcer. Booker T.
NXT.
Come on, man.
All the shows. Like,
he don't want no water. He don't want no bread. He just want meat.
NXT is so fucking great, man.
He is the worst best announcer.
he's like Von Kali of announcing.
Yes.
What I'm telling you, Vic Joseph, is if you gonna eat spaghetti, you gonna need another shirt. What?
like, what are you saying?
What's he doing, man? Vic, it's a Booker. It's a tag team match. All I'm saying is he should have put more effort into it.
That's exactly how his commentary goes. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. He's more entertaining than what's his name on Raw with
oh God, I hate.
With what's his name? Yeah, like, oh Lord.
I don't hate that guy. He seems like a nice guy, but just he shouldn't be on.
Yeah, Kevin Patrick. Thank you.
He doesn't need to be, and I said this a few times already. He doesn't need to be on commentary. Backstage, sure, put him backstage, just not on commentary.
Bring him back
where he just slides up to people for no reason.
Yeah, bring back. Oh my God. Byron Saxton. Put Byron Saxton.
Oh, no, good God, no.
So I can hear Corey emasculate him for fucking 3 hours.
No. I don't need that either. They just need somebody new, man. They just need somebody new.
Nah. You guys got a point. Oh man. Who you put? You gotta get someone new. Because. SmackDown has a good commentary team, but Raw is just lacking. We'll get back to that.
Put Booker T on there.
Yeah. I guess. Corey
I'm kidding.
Corey and
I'm not saying who the fuck's leading.
It's just gonna be Corey yelling, doing his Jesse Ventura impression, and then Booker just being like, "Come on, man. What's going on here, man?" Shucky ducky quack quack. Next is Braun Strowman.
Put him on Raw.
I will keep him on SmackDown.
Yeah, keep him on SmackDown. I like the team and him and Ricochet. It's fun.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting name, Bray Wyatt. Cut him.
Where has he been? It's a shame because I'm a fan of Bray Wyatt, but this is not working. I would cut him and he'll go somewhere else because it's just not meant to be, unfortunately.
We'll put him on Raw.
Sure. Brock Lesnar. He's going to stay on Raw.
Yeah, Raw.
He goes anywhere he wants to. It doesn't matter. Like, he's just a wild card to me.
He just shows up dressed like an evil cowboy now.
You can't put Brock Lesnar on a brand. Like,
right. It's funny because we liked Happy Cowboy Brock. Now that he's a heel again, He's wearing his scary dark trench coat. So I think that's funny. Braun Breaker.
I'll put him on Raw if Roman stays on SmackDown and the World Heavyweight title goes to Raw. Obviously, I will have Braun Breaker on there.
Yeah, put him on Raw.
SmackDown.
Bronson Reed.
Guess I'll put him on SmackDown.
Yeah, put him on SmackDown.
I'm going Raw for Bronson Reed.
Brooks Jensen.
So are we doing Briggs? I mean, I don't know if y'all watched NXT last night, but
I did.
I don't know if they're gonna get back together. I'm not sure, but
I guess we can do them as a tandem. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
well, I'm keeping them as a tag team. I'm just gonna leave one NXT for a while.
Yeah, NXT.
Right. Yeah, I'll do the same. The Creed brothers.
They're good. They're good tag team, but just no personality.
I would say put him on Raw, but put him with Chad Gable.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, like Chad Gable's full of personality, and I don't just do your own varsity club with them. There you go.
Well, I'm gonna pull him on Raw.
All right.
Not for that reason, but I'm putting him on Raw.
Brawling Brutes, Butch, Sheamus, and Ridge Holland.
I put all three of them. Damn, I'll put them on SmackDown.
Yeah, leave him on SmackDown.
I'm going Raw.
Cameron Grimes. Where the hell has he been?
He's been waiting to be called up to the main roster. We'll see him soon.
I want
Raw.
SmackDown.
Candice LeRae.
I don't know. I would like to have her on NXT because she hasn't done much of anything on the main roster. I think in my opinion, I'll put on NXT.
I'll keep her on Raw.
Yeah, I guess keep her on Raw. Carmella.
Raw.
SmackDown for her.
Carmelo Hayes. I mean, he just became champion, so keep him on NXT.
It's NXT by default. He ain't going nowhere.
Rube.
Yeah, obviously keep him on. He's NXT champ. Keep him on NXT.
Cedric Alexander. Yeah, cut him.
Well, I have Bobby Lashley on. SmackDown. So I'll put him and Shelton Benjamin on SmackDown if they're gonna bring back the Hurt Business.
Wait,
Actually, no. I feel like there's too many three-mans for me on my roster on SmackDown. So I'll put them on Raw. Because we do need more tag teams.
Hurt Business no more. They ain't coming back. I'm putting Shelton Benjamin in NXT. Yeah, getting repackaged, and hopefully have some bigger matches down there with the likes of Carmelo Hayes.
All right.
Good point. Yeah.
Chad Gable, Raw, and put him with the Creeds.
Yeah. Where did I have the Creed brothers at? I think
I think he had him on Raw.
Yeah, so I have Chad on Raw too. Cause that's actually a good fit for them because Chad has some personality.
I'm putting Chad on SmackDown.
That's Tony D'Angelo and Channing Lorenzo.
Hey, stats. NXT. Keep on NXT.
Yeah, they're entertaining. I'll keep them on there.
Charlie Dempsey,
NXT.
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 Charlotte Flair, since I put Becky on SmackDown, put Charlotte on Raw.
Yeah, put on Raw.
Because they hate each other.
Yeah. Hold on, let me think. Yeah. Put her on Raw.
Chelsea Green.
SmackDown.
Let me see. I'm trying to think who I have on Raw so far. I'm gonna have her on Raw.
All right, I'll do the same. Raw. Cody Rhodes, wherever Roman isn't.
Yes.
Where Roman is, you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like is.
My bad.
SmackDown.
So I'm leaving Cody on Raw.
So you think they're gonna move Roman to Raw?
Yeah. No. It's not what I think. This is what I want. I'm driving by what I want, not what I think is going to happen.
All right.
Yeah.
So put them both on Raw. Cora Jade, who's apparently going to be coming up to the main roster pretty soon.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yes, SmackDown, because her and Braun needs to be together.
All right.
And I did put Braun on SmackDown. Yeah, so SmackDown. Yeah.
Legado del Fantasma, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin, and Escobar. I like Escobar, but it's just like with this LWO thing. I mean, I know it just brought up that, you know, they're selling merch, but it's like they never really seem to win matches. And it's just like, I don't know. I like Escobar.
Let me think. I'm trying to think of the tag teams I got on SmackDown right now. I don't think I got many tag teams over there because I got New Day on Raw. So I'm gonna go SmackDown. Yeah, to separate the three main groups. So keep them on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dabba-Kato. He's on
I'm
NXT.
gonna cut him.
Yeah, he sucks. Get rid of him.
Cut.
Dakota Kai.
Bailey's on SmackDown for me. I'm leaving Dakota on Raw.
All right. Yeah, keep her on Raw.
Yeah.
The Judgment Day. Damian Priest, Dominic, Rhea, and Finn.
SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown.
Yeah.
Damon Kemp.
NXT.
NXT. There's a lot of NXT names I don't recognize, so I'm not going to bother mentioning them. But, Ruben, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't reckon. Who's this? Hold on.
It's
he was part of Diamond Mine, the one that turned on Diamond Mine, and he had the match with Julius Creed at one of the NXT pay-per-views.
He's Gable Stevenson's brother.
Yeah, Gable Stevenson's brother too. Yeah, that's the biggest one, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and NXT. Yeah.
Dana Brooke, cut. Get rid of this bitch already.
Death.
Cut.
I mean, I don't hate her. I just think she sucks. So bye, bitch. Dexter Lumis.
Say SmackDown.
I don't hate her. Bye, bitch.
I don't hate her, but fuck that bitch. Dexter, I'm gonna say cut. Unfortunately.
I'll say Dexter. I'll put him. Yeah, I put him on SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on SmackDown. Yeah.
All All right. Dijak. Keep on NXT. Keep on NXT for obvious reasons, and if RJ's listening, he'll know why. So keep on NXT.
Nah, I like him in NXT. Keep him there.
I'm gonna. I just don't like his character to be on the main roster, but he's too good to be in NXT. He should be on the main roster, but his character is not good for the main roster. I keep him on NXT by default.
It's also not good for the women's division, but
yeah.
we still need a women's division. Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler. I would put him on NXT and just keep him there.
Yeah, not a bad decision.
I'm going to put him on SmackDown. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep. No, I'm sorry. Keep him on Raw. Keep him on Raw.
I'll go with Ruben. Put him in NXT. Dragon Lee. He just got there, so NXT. What was that?
Cut him.
Okay.
No, NXT.
Yeah. But for the love of God, can someone give him some longer tights? Like, that dude's got some meaty ass legs. Like, Jesus Christ.
He looks fine.
He looks fine, but it's like when you have a big screen like me, it's kind of hard not to pay attention to his thick ass legs.
Well, maybe have a leg fetish. I don't know.
Maybe I do. Ruben. Go ahead.
Dragon Lee, I'll keep him in NXT. I'll keep him there.
Drew Gulak, keep him. I like him in NXT.
Yeah.
He's also like a trainer for like NXT, right?
I'm assuming he's doing some of that stuff now, yeah.
All right. Here's an interesting name. Drew McIntyre.
Let's think. SmackDown.
I'll keep him on SmackDown.
To me, I think with the new world title, he's going to be maybe someone who's going to be in contention for it. And it wouldn't surprise me if he becomes that new champion. So I guess wherever that world title is, and so since we picked, Cody and Roman going to Raw, I would say, yeah, keep Drew on SmackDown and have him be that new champion, possibly. Just my opinion. Duke Hudson, keep him on NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie
Same.
Thorpe, NXT.
NXT, yeah. He just debuted. Like, he doesn't need to be going anywhere.
Yep.
Edge.
Keep him on NXT.
I'm sorry, you cut out who?
Edge.
That is a good question. Put him on Raw.
Yeah, keep him on Raw.
SmackDown.
Idris Anafe and Malik Blade from NXT.
Keep him on NXT.
They're super fucking good. Keep them on NXT. Give them some characters and have them be in contention for the NXT titles, that you can call them up like a year or two later. But they have upside.
Yeah, keep him. I like him in NXT. Elektra Lopez.
My house.
My house. Get rid of Zelina Vega and just put her in the group. Because I hate Zelina. I mean, I don't hate Zelina. She just sucks.
I disagree with that. I think Zelina's a better mouthpiece than Elektra, but...
Well, then I'll put her mouth to use. Anyways, she sucks. Her fucking husband's gonna come out and give me my last rites. Yeah, Elektra, put her on the main roster and get rid of Zelina. That's just my opinion.
I'll give her an NXT, so.
And, all right, Elias.
Elias. My heart is saying cut him, but I would put him on. If we can rewind the time to 2016, just keep him on NXT.
As the Drifter.
Yeah,
The Drifter.
I just whichever brand he's at, just leave him on there.
I mean,
things on SmackDown.
He's on Raw.
Yeah, so leave him on Raw.
You know, I'll change mine to Raw because we still need more enhancement talent. So we can't fire everybody. So
Yeah. Well, I was gonna make my Eli's situation simple. Turn him heel, keep him on Raw. But he's not a heel right now. So
pretty deadly. Yes, boy.
Yes, boy. Not NXT. They're gonna be called up. I'm gonna put them on. I got New Day on Raw. I'm gonna put them on SmackDown.
All right, same.
Yeah, same. I agree.
Emma.
Her and Madcap, Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the Viking Raiders.
Oh man, like they were awesome when they were in NXT. Like, what happened?
I will say this: I think Sarah, what's her name, Sarah Rowe, like she adds something to them, but the crowd just still doesn't react to them.
Yeah, they just don't have much reason to, to react to them. Unfortunately, it's just, yeah. Which brand are they again?
They're listed as SmackDown. Yeah.
Yeah, keep them on there. Yeah, just keep them on there.
All right. Gigi Dolan.
You already know the answer to that.
Ruben's house. Ruben's house, Justin's house, my house, and keep her on NXT.
yeah, NXT for sure. Yeah.
As much as we love that cake, she's not very good in the ring, so she needs to still improve. And she's still young. I think she's not even 25 yet. So, Imperium. I think we said SmackDown, right?
Yes.
Yeah, keep them on. Keep all.
Because I'm keeping Imperium and Gunther opposite of Roman.
Okay.
Because I got Bloodline on Raw.
All right. Grayson Waller.
Grayson. Put him
on Raw.
Yeah,
he may be injured, so I don't even know if he's gonna get drafted or not. So.
Oh, he's injured. Oh no.
Yeah, he got injured last night, so I don't know how serious it is though.
No, okay. Let's see. Io Sky.
I got Bailey. I have Bailey on SmackDown, so Io's on Raw.
All right, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Ilya Dragunov.
SmackDown.
Yeah, because you have Gunther, you have Sheamus. Yeah.
Indy Hartwell, the current NXT Women's Champion.
Who got injured last night too, as well.
That match was awful. Ugh.
That wasn't a good match. Yeah, that wasn't good.
That's not good to hear.
But yeah, keep her on SmackDown though.
Keep Indy on SmackDown?
Oh, I'm sorry, NXT. My bad.
Yeah, keep her on NXT.
Yeah, leave her on there. Yeah.
Isla Dawn, keep her in NXT.
Yeah, her and Alba Fire.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're champions, so
Ivy Nile, NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
JD McDonough, NXT.
No, SmackDown.
Okay. What say you, Ruben?
It's SmackDown.
JC Jane, My House, and keep her in NXT.
Yeah, NXT. Yeah.
I'm a JC Jane guy. I love JC. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but yeah. Ruben.
My House.
Hey, motherfucker, she's mine. She's mine.
I guess. I guess just put on SmackDown.
All right. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay.
Raw. All the bloodlines on Raw for me.
All right.
For me,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, all for me, SmackDown, because Fox they're not gonna let go of Roman. Like, that's like the main reason why people watch SmackDown. So we'll keep all of them.
Even though Roman doesn't show up?
I mean, it's still.
Nah, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, they still want him on there, so I'm just gonna keep him on SmackDown.
All right. Jinder Mahal. Cut. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Cut him, but keep him backstage as something. Like, that's something. I don't know what, but...
Like Don Tony used to call him, Ruben, Jinder my balls.
Make a producer in, like, NXT or something. There you go.
What you said, Drew?
Remember Don Tony would say, Jinder my balls?
Yes.
Oh, that's not good. Julius Randle got hurt.
He's been hurt.
Yeah, he fell on somebody's foot. So, anyways, but the next one. But go ahead, Ruben.
Stephen A. Smith is fucking unbearable on Twitter right now.
You don't say.
Interesting.
But what's your choice for Jinder?
I mean, you gotta acknowledge the modern day Maharaja, but I mean that meme is gone, came and gone. So I'll just keep him on NXT. Just like leave him down there. He doesn't need to be on the main roster. No one can take away the fact, unless he does something heinous. No one can take away the fact that he was WWE champion. Which, I mean, people still gotta live with that. So it is what it is. But yeah, he's a nice guy, but yeah, that was a rough time. So just keep him in NXT. Keep him on there.
All right, next is John Cena.
I'm not putting him on a brand.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So, Johnny Gargano.
Did you? Never mind.
Keep him on Raw.
No, I was like, did you skip like a couple people?
Just a lot of NXT people that are like obscure. And because I'm everybody that's kind of in a group, I'm just putting them together, like LWO, Judgment Day, Imperium, and just tag teams. Yeah. And then there's like Jerry Lawler, who isn't really on a brand. He's just, he does his own thing. But yeah, just very obscure NXT people. I mean, I can name them if you want me to.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Johnny Gargano Raw. That's where I have Candace.
Raw.
Yeah.
Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I guess put him wherever AJ is.
Have him on SmackDown.
So I had AJ on SmackDown, yeah. So yeah, put them over there.
Karrion Kross.
SmackDown. He needs to be, for me, he needs to be wherever the new title's at.
Agreed.
Yeah, well, I have him on Raw because the new title's on Raw for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's our boy Kross. So, Katana Chance and Caden Carter.
I will have them on. Let me think. Raw.
Yeah, put him on Raw.
Yeah, I'll go Raw. Let's see. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the current tag team champions.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Get him away from the bloodline.
Right. Ruben.
Yeah. I originally had them on SmackDown with the Bloodline. I'm like, nah, they're already done. So put them on Raw.
All right. LA Knight. Yeah.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah. SmackDown. Let's see. Lacey Evans.
Death.
Huh?
Death.
Cut. Because she's a cunt.
cut.
Because she's a cunt. So fuck her. Bye.
Yeah, I'll cut her. Just no. Just no.
Fucking go to control your narrative, you dumb cunt.
Control your racism.
Control your racism. Same shit. Lita. I mean, Lita. I guess Lita's on Raw, but she's not really full time.
Lita doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She doesn't matter.
No, she doesn't.
I like in the grand scheme of the day, like she's not gonna get drafted.
Right.
It doesn't matter for her.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but Liv Morgan. She's with Raquel Gonzalez. They're the women's tag team champions.
Yeah.
In their case, since they're the women's tag team champions, you just like say they can go on whatever show they want.
They go on whatever show they want, but they still need to be drafted, I think. I'm gonna go Raw. I'll do this. I'm gonna do something a little outside the box. I'm going Raw for Liv, SmackDown for Raquel.
All right, I'll do the same.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Logan Paul.
He doesn't belong to a brand.
Yeah, I guess I guess like with Brock Lesnar, with
He doesn't
Logan
need
Paul.
a brand. He doesn't need a brand.
Yeah,
I kind of disagree. Because like because Logan's a celebrity, maybe that kind of fits into it. But like with someone like a Brock or a Cena, it would make more sense because like they're not really tied to a show. Whereas like I guess it would make more sense for Brock to just show up on SmackDown whatever he wanted, or same thing with Cena. But with like Logan Paul, I don't know. Like I can picture them saying he belongs on Raw because Raw's the flagship show, or considered the flagship show. So, or maybe Fox because Fox, is in bed with MMA, UFC, and boxing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe wherever the new title goes. So we'll see. But I'm gonna go with Raw. Lola Vice. Ooh.
My house.
My house.
She ain't going no fucking where. My house. I don't care if you can wrestle or not. You got a lifetime contract with me.
You gotta fulfill your obligations.
Yeah, no. She has to. She definitely needs to. Pay her dues with me. If you know what I'm saying.
Did you get it? He's talking about his dick. Yeah, my house, and then keep her in NXT.
Yeah, NXT, but my house for like the next 25 years of your life.
Yeah.
Sex slave. Nope.
Jesus Christ.
No water for you. The only water that you're gonna have is this fucking semen. That's the only thing you're gonna be drinking tonight, baby.
Hey, it's filled with protein. It's also good for your skin.
Yes.
There you go. You know what I mean?
Ruben, where's she going?
Mikasa, that's where she's going. My house. But yeah, where's she's in NXT, right?
Yeah, she hasn't debuted on TV yet.
Okay, yeah, so we keep her on there, yeah.
I mean, she's been on Level Up, but not like USA. At least to my
Okay.
knowledge. I haven't seen her on USA yet.
Nope.
Okay.
Lyra Valkyria, keep her in NXT.
Keep her in my house, too.
There you go.
Yeah, but keep her in NXT, yeah.
MVP, keep him wherever almost.
Well,
is
he's
going.
got to be with Bobby Lashley, so I'm going to keep him with Bobby Lashley.
All right.
Even though they're, like, not together, like, you can do that.
So where would almost go?
Fuck if I know. I don't give a fuck.
I'll cut him.
No, I won't cut almost. Almost I will have on Raw.
All right.
That's where I'll have him.
All right. Masse.
So Maximum Male Models, I will
Actually, fuck that. Get rid of that stupid ass gimmick and let him just be Mace again. Give him a better gimmick.
Then what the hell is he gonna do by himself? I don't say I like the gimmick, but get him away from this game. What the fuck is he gonna be doing by himself? Like nothing?
I don't know. Just let him do something because the gimmick sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy's like.
I hate the gimmick, but I'm gonna leave them together as what they are, because if you break them up, then they're not gonna be on TV at all.
I mean, get him away from Mansoor because Mansoor is a bad influence. Remember?
Oh yeah, there you go. Fucking Mr. 9/11.
He destroyed Ruben's city.
You know what? This is what I will do. I'll keep them together, put them back on NXT, and do a repackage or something.
All right.
Yeah. I would just repackage them because it's just the whole Maximum Male Models thing. It's just a dead gimmick walking, you know.
Right. Let's see who's next. Matt Riddle.
Back down.
Where do I have him? Keep on Raw.
SmackDown, but kind of like Dragon League. Can he get him some like longer tights?
Yeah, these new drawings, I don't know what the fuck these are.
I mean, it's like, again, I know our minds always are in the gutter. I've seen Matt Riddle's cock, not against my own wishes. I've seen his cock.
I have not.
I don't know, but like the fact that he's wearing these tiny tights, I'm like, no, we don't need that shit coming out. So wear some longer tights, dude. But yeah, keep SmackDown. Yim. I'm sorry.
Mia Yim. I will put her on SmackDown.
Yeah, I put on SmackDown.
Let's see, Mustafa Ali.
I will put him on Raw, actually.
SmackDown.
Raw. Natalia.
Let's put her in NXT. I mean, I'll trade her for a sister. She can go in my house.
Replace her with their hot ass sister, and nobody's gonna care.
Right. But I'll put her on Raw though.
It's like Natalia's out, Natalia, and it's like it's clearly her sister. But we're not going to be bothered by it. Let's see, Nathan Frazier, keep him in NXT.
Yeah. He's fucking so good.
Oh, he's pretty good. I like him. Ruben.
Yeah, keep him in NXT.
Nikki Cross.
SmackDown.
What? Wait, what?
Raw.
SmackDown.
Raw.
Raw.
Nikita Lyons.
My house.
Damn. I called dibs. Well,
I was gonna say dog. I was gonna say dog fart, but I forgot that's not an option.
yeah.
NXT. She's injured right now. So yeah.
Yeah, keep on there. Keep on NXT.
And she's got an ass. Her ass is so big, it's got a congressman. Let's see. Odyssey Jones.
You forgot Noam Dar.
Oh, Noam Dar. Yeah, Noam Dar, NXT.
Yeah,
Shout out to Nova. He needs a shout out. Yeah, NXT though.
Right. Odyssey Jones.
NXT.
Oro Mensa.
NXT.
NXT. Otis.
Wherever I
had Gable. I had Gable on SmackDown. So yeah, SmackDown for Otis.
All right.
Yeah, well, I had him on SmackDown as well.
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee. Put him back on SmackDown with Michael Cole.
Yes.
Yeah, where Michael Cole's at?
Yeah, because I don't like Wade and Cole personally. I mean, because it's not that I don't like Wade, but it's just they don't fit well together. Because they feel like they're talking at each other instead of talking to each other.
Yep.
So, let's see. Well, Paul Heyman's going to go wherever the bloodline goes. Piper Niven.
Raw.
Oh, yeah, Raw. Oh, Raw.
Quincy Elliott cut.
Fucking death. Sorry.
Sucks.
Yeah, just cut. It's just another Goldust Viscera gimmick. Just
It's something.
Except Viscera and Goldust were actually over.
True.
The world's largest love machine, Viscera. R-Truth. He's gonna have a job for life.
Yeah, I will NXT as a producer.
All right. Ruben.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he's gonna be employed forever, so
Shit, he's gonna be rapping at Vince's funeral.
I mean, don't say forever because we said the same thing about fucking like a lot of people, and
true.
I don't know, but everybody universally loves R-Truth or Ron Killings, whatever you want to call him. So I don't know. Like, if you can make Vince laugh, I just made the joke of like he's gonna be rapping at Vince's funeral probably.
If you're down with Vince being dead, say what's up.
You just hear like two people, "What's up?"
Woo.
He's like, "L.A., California." This is Greenwich, Connecticut, and you're at a funeral, Ron. My bad. Randy Orton.
SmackDown.
Raw for me.
Same. Rey Mysterio.
I got Judgment Day on SmackDown. I'm putting Rey on Raw. Get him away from his son.
All right, I'll go with that.
I'll put him on SmackDown.
Rick Boogs. I like Rick Boogs.
I like him too.
Keep him on Raw.
Put on SmackDown.
Raw. I keep him on Raw.
Bobby Roode.
Damn. SmackDown?
Put him on NXT.
Yeah, I'm going SmackDown.
Yeah, put him on NXT. Have him work with the younger guys. This is an interesting name. Ronda Rousey.
I don't know how much longer is on her contract.
And she does not want to be there, so I'm going to say, for her sake, cut her.
I'm going to squeeze every dollar out of this bitch, so...
Yeah.
Let me see. I will leave her on SmackDown.
All right. Ruben.
Ronda Rousey, cut her.
All right.
We'll cut.
Yeah. Roxanne Perez.
NXT.
NXT.
Raw.
Nah, she's way too fucking green. I love her, but she's way too green. So keep her on NXT, in my opinion. Let's see who's next. Scripts.
You mean Kai Cenat?
I guess whoever that is.
NXT.
Keep
NXT.
keep an NXT. Keep him away from Shane Thorne. That's our concern. Oh my god, we shouldn't be. I shouldn't be laughing at that, but I am. Seth freaking Rollins.
SmackDown.
I'm gonna say Raw, or I guess wherever the new title is going.
The new title for me is SmackDown. Yeah.
Oh, all right, SmackDown. Shanky. Oh, right. No, Ruben. What were we gonna say?
But stuff, Raw.
All right, Shanky.
The new title for me on Raw. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Then Shanky, cut him.
Yeah. Yeah. Cut him.
I'm putting him on NXT.
Yeah. Shayna Baszler.
Raw.
On SmackDown.
Raw.
Yeah, I'll go with Raw. We already talked about Sheamus, Shelton Benjamin, Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm sorry.
SmackDown.
SmackDown, huh?
SmackDown. I don't know why that killed me. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Shotzi.
SmackDown.
Raw for me.
I'm gonna say My House first, and then go back to NXT and learn how to wrestle.
True.
Just don't poop on my chest or whatever crazy shit you're into. Sol Roca, keep her in NXT.
Yeah.
NXT.
Yeah.
And she's good. I like her. Sonya Deville.
SmackDown.
Yeah, keep on SmackDown.
Same. Tamina.
What is Mina?
Send her to Mish's house. She's gonna have a job forever.
Yeah. CM Punk's house apparently. Shit. I'll keep her on Raw.
All right, hear me out.
Oh God.
Mish's house, my house, and then put on NXT.
All right. I'll just agree with everything everyone said. Let's see. Tatum Paxley.
My house. NXT.
Damn. No. My house. Damn.
My house. The Miz. Another guy's gonna have a job for life.
Raw.
Yeah, I guess Raw. Yeah.
Tegan Knox.
My house, but she'll reject my penis. So,
Yeah, penis makes her want to throw up. Penis makes her want to throw up, Justin.
Yeah, it's a shame. But keep her on. No, not keep her, but put her on Raw.
Like, she hates penis so much she gave it up for Lent.
For life.
For life. Faux life. Ruben.
SmackDown.
All right. Tiffany Stratton. Keep her on NXT.
My house.
My house,
Keep
and
on
she'll
NXT.
my house, and she'll probably beat my ass because she's like buff as fuck. But
I don't care. Just beat me into oblivion.
I mean,
It's
she's
all
not,
worth it.
I mean, she's not Jordan Grace buff, but she's buff. But yeah, keep her in NXT.
Yeah,
keep-
NXT. She needs about one more year, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Tommaso Ciampa.
Have Gargano on Raw. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him on Raw.
Yep, Raw.
All right. Triple H. Cut him. I'm playing.
He's gonna cut us. Shit.
Banished to ROH. No I'm playing. But never mind. Let's skip that one. Tyler Bate.
Big strong boy. SmackDown.
SmackDown.
He's been Ray for a couple years now.
He's really. I'll put it this way. He's what I always wanted Adam Cole to be. So, yeah, SmackDown. Let's see. Valentina Feroz.
NXT. My house first in NXT.
My house and then NXT.
Yep.
Anna saying taller. Yeah, taller and better. Veer.
And then who? Tyler Bate? Aren't they the same size? I mean, height wise, at least, you know.
Oh, I mean, Tyler Bate.
Tyler Bate's short as shit.
I mean, Tyler Bate's actually in shape. He can actually grow muscles.
Yeah, but no, we were talking about height. I think Adam Cole's taller than Tyler Bate. Even though Tyler Bate, he looks more like a wrestler though. But you know.
Yeah. Let's see, Veer.
Wait, you're missing. You forgot someone.
Who?
You forgot. You forgot someone that has won every single title in the history of not only WWE but all wrestling.
Yep, you forgot.
He's undefeated.
Undefeated.
You forgot him.
You
Who?
forgot him, man.
Who?
Vacant.
Vacant.
Where are you gonna put vacant?
Vacant can go wherever the fuck they want.
Vacant's everywhere apparently. So you know.
Vacant's been running wild since 2007 after he killed his wife and kid. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, man.
Allegedly killed his wife and kid.
He has a family.
He's got a family, god damn it. And then he killed them. Anyways.
No.
Veer.
Veer and Sangha. NXT.
I like Veer.
I like Veer too. Like I always said this about Veer. Like the way that they portray him on TV, they should portray him more ways on like social media. On social media, like have you seen how this guy dresses? He has the best style probably anybody in WWE. Even better than Seth Rollins. Guy can dress his ass off.
Oh hell yeah! I seen his suits, just the way he carries himself. I'm like, why they not doing this? Like, easy. The way that people get over is how people can relate to a character.
Yeah.
If you have him, dressing up nice, sharp, very dashing, people will like him. He'll get over. But I don't know. They just have that disconnect, because he will definitely be over if the way that he's portrayed, outside of wrestling. But I like him, so I'll keep him in NXT.
Keep him. Vince McMahon.
It's my company, goddammit!
Can you just imagine Hunter just being like, ugh, why won't he die already?
He probably thinks that sometimes.
God, strike him down while he's still here. This is supposed to be my company, goddammit.
He texts Hunter like, "Oh, my heart, I can't breathe." And he texts him like 3 minutes later, like, "Oh God, it was just that Philly cheesesteak I had earlier." I'm okay.
I just imagine Death just like sitting behind him like every waking moment, and anytime he hears like a groan, you just see Death reading paper and just puts the paper down and goes, "Hmm," and then Vince just goes, he's like, "Oh fuck, still alive."
Fucking hell, man.
I mean, we want him to be cut, but it's
Yep.
it's never gonna happen. He's Vince is forever eternal.
Yep.
Unfortunately, but Justin's favorite, Von Wagner.
Oh god.
He deserves all the fucking titles. Like, I don't care. Just have him win. Just have the throw Roman. Fuck it. Put him on Raw. The throw Roman.
Yeah, put him.
Man.
I like Von Wagner. He's growing on me.
And finally, oh god, I don't know if you heard his promo a couple weeks ago. It was so terrible. But it was awesome. It was great.
My father was a Beverly brother.
It was bad. It was so bad.
Hey, RJ.
WWE.
Oh my god, it was terrible.
He's in the it's so bad that it's good. Like, it's comedy for us category. It's ridiculous.
Well, apparently the Office thinks highly of him. They wanted him to be a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah, I mean, I see where they're coming from, though. Like, obviously with his size, obviously, you know, they love their guys with mid to long hair. So I mean, he fits that bill. I just think he would be better off if they put him in a mask or something. And just let somebody cut promos for him.
But Von Wagner, I'm in all seriousness, I'm keeping on NXT for a while.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, no, I wouldn't call him up anytime soon.
Yeah, keep him in NXT because he has a lot of work to do.
And I don't think, he's got to find a way to cut better promos if that's even possible. Jesus Christ.
No, his promos are perfect. It's perfect. Don't change a damn thing, please.
When you put it like that, for comedic purposes, yeah, let Robert Stone do all the talking.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, can I ask you guys this real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Because me and Monty was talking about this a little bit yesterday. I think it would be... What do you guys think about the Performance Center just not training everybody to be wrestlers, but maybe even training certain people to be managers from now on, too? Because it's a lost art in wrestling. We need more managers. Not everybody's going to hack it as a wrestler. So why not try to breed some managers, too?
That's not bad.
What do you guys think about that?
I 100% agree with you, but Vince McMahon doesn't agree with managers.
Which is completely stupid. And then he wonders why certain people doesn't get over and he loses his shit. So
right.
Like, come on, man. Like, you're going to save yourself a lot of headache, a lot of problems. Because, okay, let's just say if he calls up Von Wagner tomorrow, right? If Von Wagner bombs out on the mic, shows no charisma, doesn't have anybody to really back him up and make him look like he's the big deal that he's quote-unquote supposed to be, right?
No, all Von Khali needs to do is like, hey, I'm gonna kick your ass. Just gets depth science from the crowd. Oh man, that'll get a major pop out of me. Just do that. Oh my god! Like I don't care. I don't care if no one else likes him. I don't care if no one else likes him. As long as he's doing what I like, that's all that fucking matters to me.
Shows up on Raw on Tuesday.
Yeah. It's Monday, Vaughn. It's Monday, Vaughn. Come Monday. Oh, that sounds disgusting.
So you wanted to be what Sid Vicious was doing on Nitro when he got the promo wrong and Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were just laughing in the ring.
Not necessarily that. Like I don't want him to be like a brutally idiot. Like, because I mean, like he'd be like a smart guy, like in real life or whatnot. But like, he doesn't come off as it, and he sounds like shit, man.
he comes off too cavemanish, which is why
it's amazing.
Caveman. Me, Von Khali.
Oh my god, he's the best. He's simply the fucking best.
Man.
Like WWE does a show in Germany, he goes, I cannot in good faith come out to the ring if the wall that divides Germany is still up.
It's fucking great, man.
Oh god.
Just give him all but seriously, just need to throw Roman. Like
Jesus Christ.
That's the guy right there. Like that's the guy. Like it has to be like some like random fucking asshole like Von Kali. You know what I mean?
Justin just wants to watch the world burn.
Oh my god! Can you imagine just like what the fuck is this? Like fuck WWE. And I'm sitting there just like celebrating like Kali. You know what I mean? And Great Kali comes out and they celebrate together, father and son. Yeah, amazing.
My son.
No.
Oh my god! And just have Booker T do commentary when that happens.
Let Booker T on commentary. Yes. I don't know what the hell just happened, but Chucky Ducky, quack quack, no bread, no water. He just says all of his catchphrases in like one long sentence. like holy shit!
Everybody wants some. You better be big enough, bad enough to take some.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get what you need to be at. Like
you see, Vic. These two men get it.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh man. But RJ, we were doing our own version of the draft, which is coming up this Friday, and we were kind of like already kind of towards the end. But for some reason, Vince McMahon is listed as an employee, which he is an employee, but I don't know.
On the roster, yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
What would RJ do with Vince McMahon?
What RJ would do with Vince McMahon would get me canceled. I wouldn't be an executive ever again. Put Vince McMahon on TV, and Vince McMahon's going to be doing a sexual harassment storyline.
Oh Jesus Christ!
We're going to have Art imitate life.
Oh, God.
And the heroic babyface is going to get, they're going to get the rub by kicking Vince McMahon's ass live on television.
Vince goes up to fucking someone like Piper Niven or somebody. He's all like, "Hey, you know Donald Trump." And Piper's like, oh yes, me matey, or not me matey. Well, whatever Scottish accent, like yes, me matey. Then he just grabs her by the pussy, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing Donald Trump right now.
There's a lot to grab, pal.
He's grabbing Piper Niven by the pussy. Yeah.
Make a faction.
You know what? Not to make this political, but I still can't believe he said that and got elected right after that. Like, he's like, you can do whatever you want to with it, kiss him up, grab him by the pussy. Like, what the fuck? All right. Oh god, it's good times. Good times.
I had another joke, but I don't know if I should say it.
Okay.
I'll just keep it to myself. Von Kali. Next is Wendy Chu.
My house. My house on
NXT.
Yeah, but keep her in NXT though. Yeah,
Keep her in NXT.
Yeah, keep her in NXT. Just let her polish whatever the hell she's got going on.
All right. Wesley, keep him in NXT.
NXT. Yeah.
Xia Li.
Yeah.
Send her back to NXT.
No.
If you ain't gonna cut her, either send her back to NXT or get rid of her. Honestly,
I'll keep her on SmackDown.
you would.
Yeah, keep on.
She's going nowhere fast, man.
Oh, I ain't say she was. I'm pushing her. Yeah, I mean, you need talent on that show. So
Yeah, you need jobbers.
But
Yep.
by the way, RJ, congratulations to your Knicks.
Yeah, we got rid of those goddamn pesky Cavaliers. So the mission statement was done, and my brother has gone 0 dark 30 ever since game 4. So I think he's upset.
Ruben, what were you gonna say?
Who's this? This?
I think we were talking about Xia Li.
Xia Li. Man, I like her because I seen like off TV, but no, like send her to NXT. Put her keep her there. Just I don't know. Just she's not connecting with the fans on on TV.
Nope. Zion Quinn.
He's part of the Legato, right?
No, he's the big New Zealand looking guy on NXT.
Keep him on there. Keep him on NXT then.
He has promise. He's so green, but yeah, I'll give him a year or two to develop an NXT still. Yeah,
but they kind of failed him though. Like he had something going on there, and then all of a sudden they started bringing all the UK guys, and then his development and everything got cut short and pushed to the back burner. So I hope they can finally do something with that guy and get him to where he needs to be. Because I think he's a guy. He's got a badass look, and I said it yesterday after looking at my man. What's his name? Oba last night.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Like he had now. I don't know now with him Oba Femi. Now I don't know if that was his first match, and it was kind of, he may have a month or two to get that ready for that match. He looked good, but I think he has right now bigger upside than Zion Quinn, in my opinion.
Right. I mean, definitely. But my whole point was going to be, we need more beasts in wrestling.
Right.
That was going to be my whole bottom line. And I think Zion Quinn could be that, but he's got to sharpen up his skills. He's got to, but they also got to let him develop on TV too. You know what I'm saying? There's one thing to see what a guy has to do in the performance center versus what he can do live in front of an audience. Sometimes, certain things happen in reverse. You may not look that great in practice, quote unquote, but when you're live out there underneath the pressure and underneath the lights, you might bust your ass and put on an unbelievable performance. So, I don't know. Certain things turn weirdly for others. So I just hope they give him a chance to ride with it, because I think he's got potential. I think his name is goofy though, Zion Quinn, especially the way he spells it. It's like, huh? but whatever. What do I know?
It's exotic.
It's exotic.
Zion
Quinn. God.
But yeah, that's the list. That's everybody.
Everybody?
I mean,
never saying nobody.
No, I mean we put the factions where we thought they were best suited, and yeah, the rest of the list is just like announcers, ring announcers, commentators, and just very obscure NXT people that need to be in NXT. So, I wanted to play this clip real quick, and it's about the CM Punk thing, but let me play it real quick.
Well, in a surprise this afternoon, CM Punk showed up at the Raw show, and he went in.
He apparently he flew from Florida to Chicago on a flight with a lot of talent.
Yeah. And he showed up and he went in and talked to some people for a while. I would say probably about 20, 25 minutes.
Talked to Paul Levesque. That was the main guy he talked to.
And then he was asked to leave.
Yep.
What is going on here?
Well, if I say what I think, I'll be as reckless as all the people who say what they say about us. So I'm not going to say anything. We all have our theories.
Punk ass.
You can hear the pain in their voices. If only there was some.
How so? I mean, I don't really hear that, but teach their own.
They just again, maybe I'm just being a dick. Well, maybe I am, but I don't know. They just sound. I don't know. For some reason, they just sound depressed to me having to give that news. Where it's like they've been talking all this mainly it's been Brian Alvarez talking all this shit about Punk. But I don't know. But it's I just thought that was funny to listen to. But I mean, RJ, you weren't here earlier, but what are your whole thoughts about the CM Punk news? Him being backstage at Raw this Monday.
When I first saw it, when I woke up, that was one of the first things I saw Monday night. That whole thing, I was like, "Oh, Punk trying to stir it up, huh?" But as I found out certain other details, it's like, okay, maybe Punk wanted to make amends, maybe, try to clear his head from past, I wouldn't say traumas, but past dealings and stuff like that with a guy, because people singled out Triple H and The Miz, two guys he's been very, very critical about over the years. Even when he came back to do the Fox show, like he was still doing interviews, being very critical of The Miz and CM Punk, or The Miz and Triple H, excuse me. So I thought that was interesting that he went back and he tried to mend fences with those guys. And apparently he wanted to stay a little bit longer, but, was asked to leave by, Vince or whatever. That's what, the big guys in the reporting suits say. So, I don't know. I just think if that was that and there was no other cruel intentions behind it, then I think that's good on CM Punk for wanting to mature up and mend fences and stuff like that. Part of me thinks that if this stuff doesn't go his way, that he's trying to lob for a job.
Right.
But maybe it's a publicity stunt to give AEW some more publicity. Who knows? But I guess only time will tell. But I think initially looking at it for what it is right now, I think it was a good move for Punk to kind of want to mend fences and stuff like that. But also AEW, if they really wanted to be petty, they could really try to maybe sue WWE for contract tampering again. They could have a little bit more of a stronger case. I don't blame Vince McMahon for wanting them to get out of there,
Yeah.
Which I don't think they would be able to, because like you just said, Vince told him to leave because he didn't want another lawsuit, just like we just mentioned earlier.
Yeah, good Lord.
And also, like, Punk can just come in and be like, my intention wasn't to get a job, it was just to see some friends, and Vince told me to leave because he was under contract with another company. So
yeah, which is smart.
So that brings me up with this. So why would AEW want to sue WWE because of Punk being there, and not sue WWE when Ricky Starks show up at the Royal Rumble?
I guess because Punk's a bigger name. If I had to guess.
But talent's a talent, though. Doesn't matter who it is. That's the way I look at it, at least.
Right. I don't know. I mean, it's a good question.
Because Ricky Stark was supposed to stay his ass on the bus, according to Cody. That'd be seen on camera.
Yeah, but regardless, though, it's like I guess it's different circumstances, because Ricky was there with Cody, and not with like Triple H.
Yeah, he wasn't talking to Triple H.
Yeah, so I guess you could say that, but I don't know, man. It's just all kind of weird. And again, as I said earlier, to me, this is more of a publicity stunt. It's just to get Punk's name back in the good graces of the casual fans, of him showing up with WWE, trying to amend fences. And once this new AEW show debuts and Punk's on that show, hoping to get new fans to come over and watch the product. That's all. To me, this is all what it was really for. I really think he did go over there, try to, legitimately, and he really wanted to amend fences, but at the same time as well, he saw opportunity and he took it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally believe that myself personally too.
Right, because I said earlier, Punk strikes me as someone who's very spontaneous, and just like, I forgot which one of us, I think it was RJ who said it, like, Punk saw an opportunity and he just said, let me see what's going to happen if I do this. You know what I mean? So it's I think it's going to be one of those stories where it's going to be an interesting story for maybe like a week, maybe next week, but it's going to go away after a while. I mean, depending on what happens. I personally think Punk might just end up leaving AEW after his contract is up, but that's just me. Because like we talked about last week, they supposedly want to make a new Saturday show just for Punk, and for people who want to be around Punk, and the people who don't like Punk are gonna be on Dynamite. Like that's just it's absurd thing. It's like we're gonna make a new show for you because people don't like you. You know.
So let me ask this question: if this is a very far-fetched situation, right? Is a lot is gonna take for this to happen. But if Omega and the Bucks leave AEW, Punk is not gonna leave AEW at that point.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, like, am I looking at that wrong?
No, that's very plausible.
Yeah. So it's going to be an either or situation at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I should say this.
That's what I said when I said earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry, just real quick. I should say this: the Bucks and Kenny leaving to WWE. That 100%. I think Punk will probably stay in AEW at that point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that too.
I mean, would you be surprised if Punk maybe just decides to just quit wrestling in general?
Oh yeah. I think if he leaves, whenever his contract's up, it's gonna be one of two things: either goes back to WWE, maybe for a very part-time deal, nothing full-time, maybe the Brock Lesnar schedule, right, and maybe wrestle twice a year.
I would say an Edge schedule, but maybe it's the same thing. I don't know, but go ahead.
Whatever, Edge, Lesnar, nothing full-time. How about that?
Right.
But
I agree with that.
Yeah, or he's just going to retire completely. Maybe on a WWE Legends contract, and nothing for in ring. But yeah, it's gonna be one or the other.
And also, I can see him also doing this too. I can also see him doing some commentary too.
Right.
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
What's it, WWE?
Yeah. Because, his boy Chael's son and, that whole thing. So I could definitely see him maybe tapping into that if they allow him the opportunity. And if he wants to do it, obviously.
Right.
I don't know where he will fit, though. Because Corey Graves ain't going nowhere.
We'll put him with Corey.
Yeah, put him with Corey and get rid of Kevin. Everybody hates Kevin, right?
No. Who's going to lead the show? No, I don't want to see that.
Punk?
No.
Punk,
Shit.
well, Punk. Corey.
Welcome to WWE. And CM Punk. No.
Well, I mean, Corey's Corey's the heel announcer. Punk is the fair, babyface announcer.
You need a play-by-play guy. Punk's not a play-by-play guy.
Yeah, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No. I solely disagree. He's color. No.
I think he's really good. Like that short time when he was on commentary.
But he was color. He wasn't leading the matches, the broadcast.
I don't know. Again, just my opinion. I think put him with Corey. I think he can maybe rub off on Corey and make Corey seem less. Not to say that Corey's bad. I just think Corey's just been he's been worn out too much. Because they have that dude doing a lot. But I don't know. I mean, that's just me. I mean, we don't know what Punk's gonna do. We don't know what he's thinking. I mean, we don't know. Maybe the meeting with Jericho and Tony went well. I mean, obviously the reuniting with WWE went well.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Punk, when he went back, is like, maybe I might want to go back. I don't know, but. Time will tell. A lot can happen in, a year or whenever his contract is supposed to run up. But we will see. There's really no other news. But I forgot to ask RJ, what do you think about the new World Championship belt?
I don't hate it at all. I think the championship, I think it looks nice. Looks a little similar to the Intercontinental Championship in the sense where they got that gold right there in the middle of the center plate, whatever. But not bad, and it gives the other untapped talent something to do. We've been talking about it for months. You got guys like Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, and then you got people who is even on the shelf right now that we're not even thinking of. All toiling around, not doing much in stupid, meaningless feuds. I mean, Seth Rollins gets dabbed in the middle with Omos out of nowhere.
Oh.
So and I like Omos and everything like that, but come on, like Seth Rollins getting slapped at, he's got to find out about the match, in the middle of SmackDown, just like all of us, because
in the middle of fucking Becky Lynch.
Well, he's in the middle of Becky Lynch.
Yeah, right in the middle of her.
Right in the middle of giving her a Friday night SmackDown. So he's gonna find out, just like everybody else about this damn match. So I think it's a good idea. I've been wanting it for years. I was against putting the titles together because I'm like, once again, you're putting all the eggs in the Roman Reigns basket. Nobody else gets a shot. Nobody gets a chance. He's part-time to make it even worse. And so, how is anybody supposed to advance and progress with their career? Especially when you got a guy like Bobby Lashley and a guy like Seth Rollins, who are both over right now. Whether you think it's because of the song in Seth Rollins' case, or whether you think it's, by luck from, Bobby Lashley's stance. But these guys are over, man. And you got to give them something else to do besides fighting Austin Theory and toiling around having meaningless matches. So I think this is a great idea. The belt, tribute to Big Gold, modernized it a little bit. I got no complaints with it whatsoever, man. I really don't.
All right, and then just going back to what I was saying earlier, there's, of course, people complaining, but I'm surprised they weren't looking at the bigger picture of what this belt's supposed to be. It's like you just said, RJ, it's going to give other guys that should be in the main event title picture, guys like Drew, guys like Seth, Bobby, this can do something for Cross. This gives them that opportunity, because, all the eggs are in the Roman Reigns basket. That's not so much the case anymore. So you have different, elites, so to speak, for two different titles, and people were just they're assuming Cody's going to win it, which is just like, I don't see why you people would think that. I mean, for all we know,
even acknowledge the belt the other night,
right? I mean, Cody's whole thing could be like, with all due respect to that title, I'm finishing the story by, winning the WWE title, something my dad never had. So that's his whole thing. He wants to finish the story with Roman. He's not going to let that go. And I don't think Roman's going to let Cody go. But yeah, I mean, people just aren't seeing the bigger picture. And Matt Coon, who I usually like, I had to mute him because he just was going off on this whole thing with the two titles. And it's like, you're clearly missing the bigger picture, dude. So, but again, this is just our opinions.
Yeah, man. Because people are like, oh, well, they got 3 titles now. Well,
I said that.
Yeah, but the thing is, when and if Cody beats Roman Reigns, we all know he's probably gonna get his own title too, right?
Yep, and we said that too earlier. Yeah.
So, though, I mean, that whole 3 belt notion is going to be dead as soon as it, really gets kicked up. We barely see Roman Reigns enough as it is. My thing is, if we got to drag and suffer through SummerSlam, I'm good with that because it's SummerSlam. But I just think that 3 belt notion is going to be dead really soon. So.
Question. So, I know the idea that, we've pitched was, Cody, all roads, pun intended, lead to Cody maybe winning at SummerSlam. So, May 27th, is going to be Night of Champions, and it's also going to be when Roman eclipses 1,000 days. Do y'all think that they might just have Cody win it at Night of Champions?
No.
No way.
Okay.
No. They at that point, then you might as well just have Cody win at WrestleMania. Even though I would have been against it, you should just have him win at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Right.
Because the point of Cody losing is 2 things: 1, for Roman to get to 1,000 days, and 2, for Cody to have a little bit of struggle before he wins that title. So.
Yep.
All right. I mean, just, again, that's not what I think should happen, because the whole point of the pay-per-view now is to introduce this new title. So,
if you have Omos, unfortunately.
Oh God. I mean, if you were to have Cody win it at Night of Champions, that would kind of overshadow the new belt that they're trying to push.
Yes,
so
I agree with that.
I mean, you can just have Roman come out and just talk his shit and be like, 1,000 days as champion, acknowledge me, just do that for the crowd, and maybe you can have Cody come out and set something up, like, congrats, champ, but, I'll see you down the road, whatever. But
get your hands on your knees and suck my balls.
Wait, what?
All of this. Acknowledge my dick.
I don't know. I always say when they make that show TVMA, you're just gonna have the Usos and the Bloodline just start talking all this shit.
Shit, so it's already because I'll be hearing them mic'd up.
Just have Roman come out and be like, "Where all my bitches at? Acknowledge me."
So oh, beat your fucking ass. I said, what? Yo, this guy is crazy. I love this guy. This guy's crazy. He's good.
So good. That's really about it. Was anything anyone in particular wanted to bring up?
Nope. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm good over here, man. I mean, I just literally got up not too long ago. So,
right.
My wheels are still turning right now, so I don't have anything off the top of my head.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Maurice, we don't...
Ruben Prime.
What up, man?
What's going on, big dog? You alright?
I'm chilling, bro.
Big dog.
Yes.
Big dog. The big dog.
The big dog.
The big dog. Da-da, 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 da.
Who misses 2017?
Went back on a time warp.
Oh my god. Some of the craziest times.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there is something I wanted to talk about, and I don't even know why I forgot about it. I mean, it might be like a nothing thing, but, just, it's kind of, I guess, topical. So, MJF tweeted and deleted the following tweet. The more wrestling fans become bloodthirsty for these dangerous feats in the ring, the more the wrestlers will hurt themselves trying to curry fans' favor. Wrestlers, the fans don't understand that at any given point, we can be paralyzed from the neck down or even die from a maneuver as simple as a body slam. By the way, fans, reading this, body slams hurt. Every move hurts. They will keep moving the goalposts of what they deem is quote-unquote good. So before you do something stupid, consider this. Their tweet about quote-unquote banker going to pay for your medical bills. Do the right thing. Go in the ring with the intention of winning the match and leave the ring the same way you entered it. Get the winner's purse and get out. And he deleted that tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, to me, that was part kayfabe, part shoot, mostly shoot. But, I mean, he didn't say anything wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know why he deleted the tweet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what did he say that was wrong there? I mean, to me, it's not really a big deal at the end of the day. Like, he didn't say anything that was wrong. You know, nothing different from what Cornette would say. Nothing different from a lot of these other old time wrestlers would say. But really, MJF, he's an old school head. He's old school head in just working in the new school territory. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't need to do all the flips and stuff. Not because he can't. I don't know if you remember when he faced off against Bryan Danielson, he went up to the top rope at one time, and that got a big pop out of the crowd. You know what I mean? Because he never goes to the top rope. So, it's just one of those deals where it's like, and I get it too as well, like to someone, because I lean more towards of the cruiserweight style of wrestling. I find that very exciting. That's something I always gravitate towards too, ever since I started watching WCW back in back in the day, right? I always loved that type of style. But there's a way to do that style and tell a story with it, and there's also a way to do that style and just to have a spot fest. There's two different ways about it, and not in most circumstances, but a lot of the guys in AEW, they just do it to do it. No story being told. There's no reasoning behind the moves. Super athletic, impressive, good to watch. But at the same time, it's like, well, what's the story behind this? Like, what's the reason why you're doing this 6:30, senton? You know what I mean? Hey, you're already signed to AEW already. You don't need to be doing this. It's not like it's Vikingo very first time in, on, in America on national TV having to do this move to get his name out there, right? It's kind of like, you got guys like, what's his face? Isaiah Cassie and Mark Quinn still doing all these, unbelievable moves, but half of the time it's like, okay, there's really no purpose behind it. It's like, you get a little ooh and ah of the crowd, and that's it. Like, you still got, wrestle this match. And since you did like a finishing type move, in the first 3 minutes of the match, how can you keep the fans in it? And a lot of times they don't. So I get where MJF's coming from. At the end of the day, most wrestlers need to learn how to work in the ring, learn how to keep the crowd invested, and learn how to. And basically, less is more. Less is more in wrestling. But sometimes you got we need to pull that move off. Just make sure it's at the time of a match or at the time of a certain feud where it will mean something.
Yeah, you pretty much said everything need to be said. I mean, it's not really an issue. It's just like MJF he has a tendency to do this thing where he'll tweet and delete.
Yeah.
Where,
Yep.
it's obviously a thing of like, maybe Tony sees it and goes, take that down. Which I don't see why he would need to, because it's not like he's saying anything that's like overly offensive or mean-spirited. But maybe
he was speaking with some sense.
Right? Maybe again, it's just. I think I said it's to Draper, where it's just like again, the company's run by a Mark, and there's a bunch of Marks in the locker room.
No, not just a Mark, a fucking Mark.
A fucking Mark. You fucking Mark.
Mark.
But yeah, people are gonna get their feelings hurt. They're gonna get mad, and they're gonna cry to Tony. So that's why. Man, the Heat are not dying from this game. Jesus Christ. Yeah, just a bunch of Marks. And one little bit of news, and we're out of here. And this just came up, actually. I wish I had some sad music to play so I can talk about this. Ruben, are you able to play sad music?
I don't have it queued up right now. Let's see. No copyright, because we're not about being copyrighted here. Know if you can hear this. You can hear that?
I cannot.
You cannot.
Hold on. Let me see if I can try something real quick. Sad violin music. All right.
Can't hear that, right?
I cannot. Hold on. Let me find something. Okay, here we go. Let me try this.
Okay.
See, I can definitely hear that. Okay.
Yeah, we can hear that.
All right, let me turn it down real quick just so it doesn't get too loud. All right. I have some very sad news, people.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Some very, very sad news. AEW Dark Elevation has ended.
Oh, that's fucking good music. That's good news.
From wrestling headlines, AEW has apparently ended their weekly Dark Elevation series.
I can look for that.
Oh, man.
Let me get a shot of vodka. Hold on.
Oh, man.
What will I ever do? How am I supposed to masturbate to a Sky Blue match now?
How am I supposed to know that a mediocre wrestler that looks like another pale white guy with no personality and a jacket had an undefeated streak on their show? Oh, God. How can I live? AEW announced earlier this week that Monday's Elevation show would be a best-of episode with some of the top matches from the past few years, but they did not mention that this would be the series finale. Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, the Heat came back.
It was good. I want the Heat.
It's 113. It's 113 with 120 to go. So it looks...
I want the Heat. I don't want the Bucks. I don't want no part of the Bucks.
Yeah, well, the Bucks
Give me
like
Jimmy Butler.
playoff Jimmy.
Give me Jimmy Butler. We'll lock his ass up.
Shit.
Clank, go to your room, dog. Shit.
Justice! Dirta!
Oh, God. Y'all saw that justice he gave Dragunov last night?
He fucked him up. Jesus Christ.
That was great. I loved it.
I was hoping that was a write-off for Dragunov so he could get called to the main roster.
I hope so, too. Honestly.
I don't know.
Can't wait.
But, yeah, that's pretty much it, people. But thank you guys. Justin, of course, Ruben,
As always.
and RJ for making a last-minute cameo.
Yeah. That's the nature of my name.
He made a surprise appearance. But guys, go ahead and plug your stuff. Whoever wants to start.
Let me get mine out the way. Guys, you know where to find me. Spinebuster Tees on Instagram, spinebustertees.com. Spinebuster Tees in the Wonderland Mall in San Antonio, Texas. If you guys ever in the area, come visit. Yeah. But follow me on Instagram. I post every day pretty much. So, yeah. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
All right.
I guess go. You can follow me on Twitter, Mr. Ruben Prime. The Ruben Prime podcast is all over. Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, everywhere. TikTok. Dear God, why I have a TikTok? Mr. Ruben Prime and Ruben Prime Media and Twitch. Twitch.tv/Ruben Prime TV. I'm gonna try to stream again. We'll talk about that later, as the Usos will say. And yeah, I have some things coming up in the pipeline with the After Dark show. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, me and Drew, we actually recorded an episode for Culture Attack, and we discussed the Mario Brothers movie, which was so good. If you guys haven't watched it yet,
It's already gotten to 900 million, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna hit $1 billion. It's gonna go over $1 billion, and then some. It's crazy how much that movie is making, which is no surprise. It was wow, it's actually a thing. And we actually
which movie was this?
Mario.
The Mario Brothers movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, this is fucking Mario.
Yeah, and as a proud Nintendo head and a Mario fan, I'm happy. This is I feel like I'm 6 years old again, which is it's pretty good. But yeah, that's where you can find me at. That's all my socials, podcasts, and yeah. And again, thanks for having me on, Drew.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for coming on.
Of course.
RJ, plug your stuff.
You can follow me on Twitter at LowRJUnlimited. With anything and everything I say has no limits whatsoever. So if I want to talk about fucking your moms, I'm going to talk about fucking your moms. There's nothing that you can do about it.
Not my mother.
Everybody's mom. No, I'm just kidding. Good Lord. Oh, boy. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, LowRJUnlimited. Yeah, you can follow my YouTube channel, the RTJXX. Play WWE 2K over there. We have our own Fed CCW. So if you guys want to check out some of that stuff with original characters mixed with a little bit of WWE guys here and there, and it's over on YouTube, the RTJXX. So we have shows up just about every other day. So, and of course, you can catch me on the Brooklyn Power Trip podcast too. Me and Brother Monty doing a show tomorrow, actually in the morning. So got that going on. We're going to be talking about the draft and our detail and a couple of other things too. So yeah, that's going to be good. It should probably be going up sometime tomorrow afternoon though. So stay tuned for that. You can follow us over there. And Patreon, Drew Yari and I did a grand detailed MCU review, you know, from the beginning all the way to the end. We even talked about some movies that were out before the MCU even got started and kicked up. So if you guys want to hear that, how many hours we went, Drew? What, 5 hours?
Fucking,
right?
I think we were literally a second away from 5 hours.
That's crazy. But yeah, no, like it was good content though. Like it was a good conversation. So if you guys want to hear that, along many other shows that Drew Yari has on his Patreon, check that out, man. Check that out. It's only $5.
$5.
$5.
$5 buckaroos.
$5. Got a show with Ruben up there too, you know. So as they mentioned before, I mean, you can't really miss with that kind of deal.
Oh yeah,
it's good shit. It's $5. Like my friend RJ just said here, I do 3 different shows. They're really non-wrestling shows. This is the wrestling show. The Patreon is non-wrestling for the most part. But I do a show with RJ, like we just mentioned. It's Revenge of the Savage Nerds. I think we've done 23 episodes already. And then, like you just mentioned, the most recent one, we reviewed the entire MCU from the first Iron Man. Matter of fact, before the first Iron Man, you know, pre-Marvel movies, before Marvel was a thing. We even talked about the bad Marvel movies. Like, oof. So we went damn near 5 hours, and it was worth it. It was a damn good show. Listen to it. That's enough to get you guys to sign up for $5. It's just $5. You're not going to find a better deal like that anywhere else. I also do a show with Mr. Ruben Prime, like we just mentioned. It's called Culture Attack. We've done 7, I believe. And before that, we did a show called Worst of the Worst, where we just talked about bad movies. So, I mean, those episodes are still up there. So check those out if you like listening to our commentary on bad movies. I do a show with Jeff Lippman called Garden of Jerome, which we're supposed to do something this week. We had to cancel at the last second, so we will be getting the episode up pretty soon. I believe it's going to be on Norse mythology. I mean, the point of that show is it's supposed to be kind of a take on Jeff's show Garden of Doom, but, you know, with a little bit of Drew in it. And I give Jeff an assignment. He does his research on said assignment, and he teaches everybody. So Mr. Lippman is here to teach y'all. And it's just $5 a month, people. And, of course, the regular show that you're listening to on here is going to be every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time on the Wrestling Soup Discord chat. And also live on Spreaker, if anyone's listening on Spreaker. And podcasts you can find anywhere. You can also find it on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. So get those numbers up. I think I'm at like 88. So let's get those numbers up. And then social media. Twitter, you know, unfortunately. I have a Facebook page. I have a Instagram page, which that's more of a public page for mainly me. I don't really post anything. I don't really post too much about the show, which I probably should. And I have a TikTok like Ruben, which, you know, I kind of post about the show. So, but anyways, that's really it, guys. Oh, I think this Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday is the second Q&A show.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, mother. So, if you haven't already, post some questions. Even if you did post some questions, want to post more questions, post them. Nothing is off limits. Ask me and Justin anything you want. It just had to be about wrestling. It can be about life. It can be about movies, pop culture, anything. We will answer them to the best of our abilities. So, this Saturday, same time, same place. And I can't wait. But we will see you guys next week, which will be us giving our view on the drafts and doing predictions for Backlash, which is going to be next Saturday. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all had a good night. We had fun doing this show. And just be safe, and we'll see you this Saturday. So from myself, Justin, Ruben, and RJ, thank you guys, and have a great night, and be safe, and peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.